All right, welcome everybody. So today we're doing some Dragon of Icespire Peak. This is going to be an interesting stream for sure. A little bit spooky, a little bit of Halloween themed. Our adventurers are basically trying to deal with this curse of lycanthropy, and the night coming up is the full moon. So we're gonna see what happens here. Just want to do a couple shout outs. First of all, the music being played is by Sirenscape. Check them out. They're actually pretty awesome company. It is a subscription if you want to kind of look into some of the definitely better stuff. I'm using a Dragon of Icespire Peak sound set and a little bit from the Lost Mine of Phandelver sound set. They're kind of like a D&D official. They're pretty awesome actually, so highly recommend you look into it. There's a link down below in my About section. The other thing I want to shout out to is I am doing donations to Extra Life for my local hospital. Not super local, but the closest kind of larger hospital that was kind of involved with it. It's the Stollery Children's Hospital in Edmonton, Alberta. Highly recommend you guys give them some money, help them out. Sick kids need help, especially now with COVID and everything happening. Anyways, gonna jump into Discord right now.
Weapons with
hey
us.
Guys, how's it going? All right. So before we get cracking here, who wants to take control of Sienna since Katai is not here? I am not going to be making those rolls. Screw that.
I have bad rolls, so please don't make me do that.
That's fine. I took control over last time, so I guess I'll do it again.
I was about to say, my life's online, so I don't think you don't want me doing it.
I got no problem making her chase down Strike.
You actually get to enjoy it, yeah.
It wasn't me, it was Sienna.
There's your get out clause. Look, damn.
Sienna comes back next week and Strike just hates her. This is all your fault. Alright, you should have control of the token now. Just let me know if you don't.
I can see the stuff, but I don't. I'm gonna restart it.
Yeah, maybe just do a quick little restart. Should be able to move it though.
Yeah, I had to restart it last time. Yep, I got it now.
Okay, perfect. Alright, so a little recap from last time. I know you're all aware, but some of our viewers might not. But basically, you guys had taken on a mission to a gold mine. You guys encountered these were-rats, and unfortunately, most of you, all of you except Strike, seemed to be bit. They tricked you into thinking that you guys were actually okay, and that they had cured you, and unfortunately, you all believed them. And as time went on, you guys started to realize that no, you were not cured, and you were starting to feel these changes within your body, not only physically but mentally as well. So Strike is definitely on edge with all of this, but the rest of you not really showing too much of a physical actual change. You feel it more in your head, you're actually changing a lot more than you actually are. Strike, when you kind of look at them, and when you kind of even look at each other, you can tell that there are definitely some changes happening. Most notably the eyes. All your eyes are starting to turn very, very red. But other than that, you all kind of feel almost your skin is almost sucking together. You feel your face is being kind of crushed near your nose. You almost feel whiskers want to poke out of your face. You kind of feel your teeth are starting to almost separate and almost grow slightly. You just get all of these weird feelings, your fingernails want to start popping out and growing, and just almost you're itchy as if you're feeling really hairy, and you're just starting to feel all these things. And it is pretty minor, like I said, physically, and when you're looking at them, but in your head it's it's really weighing down on you. So you guys have kind of spent the last kind of few days as you were fortunate enough, well, I guess Rain was fortunate enough to run into her brother, a fellow druid, that basically had told her to follow him, and she did. And you guys, well, you had found that basically he brought you to what's called the Moonwell, a powerful druid kind of like artifact, and it's basically just this well. It's about 5 feet wide. It's got like these kind of like really like a soft and like round looking type rocks that kind of like surround it, and doesn't look very deep, looks pretty shallow. So he kind of told you that yes, this should be able to cure your lycanthropy, however only when the light of the full moon touches it. And he had given you a warning saying you can see how this can be a bit of an issue, especially since you guys are pretty aware at this point that the full moon might do something completely horrible to you. But that's yet to be determined. So you guys, it's kind of like the day before, and you guys kind of wake up in the morning, and this day, all of you that are kind of cursed with this lycanthropy from the were-rats, you guys, so Rain, Varys, Theron, and Cyanna, you guys are definitely feeling more of this like mental like kind of like pressure on your brains, and you guys are just like, oh no, this is not good, and you're starting to feel these effects kind of start to intensify. You're like, most of you are pretty sure that the full moon is going to be this night, but now kind of with the feeling that you're all experiencing, you're almost 100% sure that tonight is the night, and you guys are definitely worried. I would say probably the most anxious of all of you, though, would be Strike, knowing that some things could happen, and he's not really involved with it except for the fact that he wants to help you guys. For now, anyways. All right, so let's jump into it. So you guys kind of wake up on your, this would be, I think you guys spent 3 days there, wasn't it? I believe it was, yeah, 3 days. So you're here on your 4th day. This day, the day kind of starts pretty nice. It's pretty, it starts out pretty warm. Not a lot of clouds or anything in the sky. But as the day starts to continue and you guys are starting to like make plans, which we're going to get to, as you guys are starting to make plans and kind of figure out how you're going to deal with the situation that's come up to you guys, you start to realize that the skies are starting to turn really like cloudy. Lots of overcast, and it's starting to get dark. Almost as if night has come a little early, and almost as if like, you know, a large thunderstorm is coming through, but there's no rain, there's no thunder. There is a light wind, but it's not heavy. So it's just like a really, just the mood of it brings you down even more. So,
can I use Druidcraft to see if this is going to continue?
Sure.
Listen,
just get to my
gives you the weather for the next 24 hours.
So you know that it is definitely going to be cloudy coming up. It's going to be very cloudy, and that you don't sense any rain, you don't sense any thunderstorm. You sense some wind, definitely coming about you, which is kind of unnerving as well, because you guys know that your trees are kind of like your biggest ally right now for the moonlight. And with the wind, you can see the branches moving, and it kind of like opens gaps where you can kind of even see like throughout the day where the sunlight itself is kind of beaming through the trees under the ground around you, which also gives you definitely a uneasy feeling.
Do we know which way which direction the moon rises from here?
Yes, so the moon actually rises to the north, like the northeast. And
So we should set up down here, right?
No, it'll hit there first.
So you guys have spent, obviously, the last 3 days here, which was smart, actually, for the route you took anyways. But you guys have been watching this moon strike mainly, because the rest of you have had this feeling like every time you look at it, like you kind of lose a little bit of control. But Strike, you kind of been watching it. You have a very good of idea of kind of where its path is and kind of how it, like, it's always like a little bit different, obviously, every night. But you're pretty sure, Strike, that this moon is going to pretty much take... here, I'll just do a line. You're pretty sure it's going to take a path kind of like that. Can you see that?
All right.
Yeah, okay.
Yep.
But if the moon's rising up in the northeast, though, the light's going to hit the southwest first. That's how I was saying, Strike.
Yeah, I think it's the opposite. Because it goes up and shines down.
Because if it's shining from over here, then it's going over the treetops and hitting down over here first.
But the trees
It
are...
won't be until it's overhead over here that's going to hit over here.
But the trees are blocking it. It's sort of the... It's sort of, is it really just how close the moon is, or is it at the actual light? Like, that's what we don't know. I think it's more crawling across the sky.
But I'm saying the light from it is going to hit southwest because because we're under the cover of the trees where it's rising.
And it's going to hit the well.
All I know is he said the moonlight goes in this direction.
Yep.
So I think we should set up down here, if that's where it's going to be at the end.
Like I said, that's the way it moves across the sky.
And that's where we saw the moonlight, right, Jedi?
All you know is that the moon travels from, like, kind of the northeast, almost pretty much just down, like, to the middle of the, like, on the map to the west of you. But the moonlight, the moonlight's just, it's gonna hit, obviously when it's, like, right above, it's gonna cover the most area in where you are right now. But when it's over here, it's gonna definitely try and peek through towards you through the trees or whatever. So you just kind of think of it as a sun, like how would the sunlight get to you?
Yeah, if your house was the well, it's going to shine on this this northeast side first, and as it continues to go across, it'll hit this rear side as it's going down over here. So if we do have the tents up here, see, it's all just going to be based on time and how fast we can do this, because if we have the tents up here, we're going to want the opening facing the well.
I think we should have it in these two squares.
Because facing the well, the moonlight's going to be hitting that northeast side of the tents. So we don't want the opening facing the northeast.
Yeah, these two squares here that I pinged are within 25 feet of the well.
Yeah.
That's as far away as we can be and be safe, so that the water doesn't lose its effect.
Yeah, you guys were also, well, Rain was told by her brother that if the water is removed 30 feet away from the well, it has no effects. So you guys do know that kind of your range is about 30 feet.
Yep.
So we can go just under the trees, like under that big tree there?
Yeah, under here.
Yeah.
And how much space do the tents take up?
Well, it's a two-person tent. And how many of those do you guys actually have?
2.
Yeah.
So you have basically enough for the 4 of you.
Yep.
Right. So we're gonna assume that they're kind of like a 10 by 10 square.
All right.
But
so,
not quite as big as that.
So if we put one here and then one here, and angle them southwest. The opening would be southwest.
Can we draw those on?
I'm just getting I'm just looking for that for you right now.
I've cast Goodberry, so we can each have 8, including strike.
How many?
8.
I don't have a tent apparently. Probably makes more sense like that. Let's drag this down.
Yeah, kind of angled like this.
Yeah, like that. With that opening southwest. And then we just have our heads near the opening.
Yeah, I'll just draw them on. Unfortunately, that's being a pain in my butt.
So, which way is there any kind of a path for running away purposes?
I mean, I think even getting here, we were just going through straight woods, so I don't necessarily think there's a path.
Which direction? If we the ox and wagon kind of down here.
Well, I think we should let Strike decide where to put that stuff and where he would want to run out of here and not tell us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
So kind of like that is what you're thinking? Like what I should do
No.
here.
Yeah, shifted one left, but yeah.
Yeah.
Sort of angled southwest, southeast.
Yep.
No, southwest.
Yep. So the opening would be on this side here. I think one in the middle of these 4, and the other was in these 4 here.
So I'll just signify the opening just by just kind of doing like this, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, so you want one. What do we got here?
What's that?
Oh, you bastard. Okay, so you want one like that?
The
other
opening
way,
would be
southwest.
southwest.
Like that.
Yep, centered on these 4 blocks here.
Damn
Yep,
it.
and then right next to it in those other 4 blocks.
Okay.
So, Strike, I guess we'll make you decide this, since I guess it's up to you on how you want to pour. Do you want it quick, where our heads are on this side, or if this takes a little longer, our heads can be in the back? That way, if it takes longer and the sun or the moon actually reaches over, then we wouldn't be in the light.
Well, realistically, it wouldn't be any difference in timing because it's going to be an action a turn.
Yeah. I assume the moon's not going to be speed running across the sky, so.
And all he's got to do is just be positioned over like here and here when it happens, so that he can watch his mage hand work.
Yeah. I don't know. Well, you guys can keep discussing that. I want to look in the cart to see what supplies we're taking to the loggers.
So as you look through it, all you see is just regular foodstuffs and water. There's like some cheap wine in there, but it's your basic like kind of survivable type stuff for like what looks like approximately 12 people for at least a month. So there is a lot there, but really nothing that kind of catches your eye that yeah, would be kind of helpful.
And do we have any like? Does anybody have any like spikes or anything we could?
I should have pitons.
I guess if it's gonna get blustery out, potentially to anchor the tents down a little bit more.
I have pitons.
Well, tents would have their own spikes with them, wouldn't they?
Should, yeah, but I didn't know if we wanted to kind of reinforce it, just in case we get some hurricane force winds.
They do have quite a bit to keep them down.
All right.
Obviously, like when there's storms and stuff, they hold up quite well.
Okay.
But I mean, it doesn't hurt to kind of do that.
Yeah, well.
The hell is that? Oh, that's a tent.
Oh, nice.
Sweet.
Yeah, we'll go around and make sure we're making sure those spikes are secured, and if we want to double with the pitons, we'll double up and make sure they're super secure.
Whereabouts are we going to put the weapons and armor?
I imagine.
Yeah, I would give Strike my staff and my size to stow in the wagon wherever he puts that.
But where's the wagon? That's a good question too.
Yeah.
Wherever you want to hide it.
And do we have a horse with the wagon?
Just the ox.
The ox. So, where should we put the ox?
Jedi, which way is the wind blowing right now?
The wind is blowing, so it is actually blowing from the west to the east.
So I say we throw it to the east, so it's downwind from us.
I prefer it to be upwind, so it distracts.
You think here?
Where is that? Where you are?
Yeah, where Rain is standing there.
Well, I'm planning on running where I am now.
Do you run away? Oh God, you ran away already.
So I plan on running this direction, so if anything goes wrong, I at least can run by the well. And I would like the ox somewhere in this area down where I am, just in case I am getting chased. It can at least, because if you're chasing me, it's already gone to hell, and the wagon is the last thing on Strike's mind.
What if you get away, and then we kill the ox, and then we lose our second chance of being cured by the well?
Well, if I get away and the ox is killed, well, that means one of you is already transformed.
Yeah, but I'm assuming we could get 2 shots at this. I don't necessarily think it's a one and done chance.
Strike has to run. It's not safe otherwise.
No, no, I'm not saying.
Yeah, I think his best option is to do anything he thinks is necessary to help him survive the night.
Yeah.
All right.
We can buy a new ox. We can't buy a new Strike.
Exactly.
True.
So is the idea then to load our weapons and armor onto the cart?
Why don't you leave the weapons by the well? Because I think if you transform to where we're at up here, you're not going to say, "Oh, I'm going to go get a weapon and then go after Strike." I think it's going to be, "I'm just going to go after Strike."
Yeah. Whereas if we're cured, could then pick up the weapons.
Yeah, so I think by the well is probably good, because if you are cured, you might be going to the well to get, say, a water skin to help with the others.
So I'll set my weapons and my pack and everything on the south side of the well. Right?
We draw those in. Well,
you want what?
Just like a little circle for the pile of weapons and armor.
It's at the well. Is that what you're saying?
South of the well, did you say?
Yeah, right there where I pinged. I just put them on the far side.
I got a pile of bones.
God damn it.
I'll need that
We
for
don't have
later.
that yet.
Yeah.
Save that. Find the picked clean remains of.
It's like I.
You want to get?
There we go. I got something.
You got something? All right.
We'll throw all that down there.
Is that kind of where you wanted it? Oh, you can't see it right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah, that's good.
Then if we put our backpacks on, is our stuff that is not weapons and armor.
Did you want me to put on your leather armor in case I stay in humanoid form and don't, succeed?
It's something we can do.
What's your call?
And how does that make my AC?
Drops mine by 6.
Shit. 10 plus dex, right?
For your AC without armor?
Yeah.
Yep. It's 10 plus dex.
Probably potentially even better now. Right? The wear at dex.
So, Theron, you said you're going to put on armor?
I was asking Rain if she wants me to put on her leather armor. She does, and if I don't, if I fail and I turn, and happen to be in humanoid form, it would lower my AC, lower my movement, destroy all my advantages on attack, give me disadvantage on everything. Just as an extra possible precaution. But it's up to Rain, whatever she wants to do.
We should do that. It's only going to lower my AC by 1 anyway. We all want to ditch the AC.
Yeah, if I take my chainmail off, am I back to 14 AC?
So what is your dex?
My dex is 17 plus 3.
So then if you're going to take your armor off, then you would be at 13.
13?
Yeah.
13? Alright. Yeah, I'll do that.
And I'm assuming what you guys are taking off, all of it's just going in that pile?
Yep.
Let me make a note here.
Meanwhile, Strike is putting on all his gear.
Yeah. Except for my armor, which is going on Theron.
So all we have basically is unarmed attacks.
Yes.
And bites.
Yep.
Spells. Cantrips.
What's
Potentially.
Cyanna? What's Cyanna gonna do?
All of her weapons went into the pile, and let's see what she's got.
So just write down what your AC is going to, guys, and then if it's required, just remind me what it's at.
Yep.
Don't bother changing your character sheets.
And just to make sure everyone's comfortable with self-harm to lower, are we gonna go to the point of unconsciousness, but not lethal? And
I say
go
just
that
get
route?
just get it down really low.
I thought we were going to unconscious.
I'm pretty sure you're going to wake right up when you transform anyway.
Well, yeah, but the goal would be, at least while there's no moonlight hitting us, we would be completely stationary. So
That is a point. I mean, if we're assuming if we transformed, I mean, if we transformed, it would depend what happened to our HP in that scenario.
yeah, I'm not sure what it does. So I mean, if it boosts all the way back up, I guess it doesn't matter.
Maybe unconscious isn't actually worthwhile then.
Yeah, I mean, we could do the same thing with 1 HP, and
Yeah.
if it, I mean, the only added bonus is if we are unconscious, that it, excuse me, doesn't wake us up. But I'm assuming it will. Yeah, so I guess 1 HP, and if we regain HP, we regain HP.
And
So
I'm
I
going.
can-
Well, I'm gonna. If that's the case, I'm gonna first hit you guys with a booming. I guess I can only do. Is it concentration? Hold on.
I
think you can only do
Can
one
do-
person.
Let's see.
can just use poison spray. That's kind of humane.
Actually, you might be able to just hit them all. And it's a good
Yeah, it
question.
doesn't say. Yeah, there we go.
Did they must have added that for description? They must have added that recently.
Yeah.
I think I might have pasted it in there from the.
No, because Rain did the same thing, and it's
Same
like,
happened to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
It's going
You
to
click
change
on it
next
to
month
chat.
anyway.
Yeah. Oh. Oh, it
No,
only,
that looks
it only
like-
lasts one round, though. That's the
Yeah.
problem.
Oh.
Yeah.
There's a catch. There was a catch.
Oh well.
I mean, if we're in initiative order and you can pull it off, then cool.
Yeah. I'm gonna be doing too many other actions to be worried about melee hits and doing
Just if we, it's going to be kind of hard to get to 1 HP, but we could achieve that by going unconscious, and then I could use the healer kit to stabilize. With the healer feat, will get you exactly 1 HP.
Does the good berry give us 1 HP too?
Oh, true. Yes.
So we could good berry ourselves and get us back up.
Yep.
Um,
We've each got 8. Don't forget.
yeah.
Okay.
That's good.
Even value of good. What else? Thing with the sack is probably a good idea.
I mean, I can go last for sure if if you're looking for someone to go last.
Last for what?
As
To be
in the
cure-
last person for him to try to change back or cure.
Oh, I know I have a sack. Does anybody else have a sack?
I think you were the only one that got a sack.
I thought somebody else bought one, but okay.
Imagine there'd be some sacks on the stuff in the cart.
I don't want to put sacks on everybody because they still got to get to your mouth, but I'm just worried about that last person because I feel like we're going to run out of time.
He's just gonna waterboard me. Hope I get some.
So I guess the days prior to all this, I wanted to set traps along my escape route, but I didn't want to tell the party where I was setting them.
Okay.
So all along, I guess how many days were we here? Like 2-3 days.
You were here for 2 or 3 days for sure.
So.
And I mean,
I
you
will-
could just simply tell the group, like, hey, I'm gonna start setting things up. Please don't look in my direction, or because you're more worried of them knowing about it, right?
Yep.
Or are you trying to do it stealthily without any of them seeing you?
No, they know. I let them know that I want to prepare my getaway.
We will
Okay.
not.
And I don't. Yeah, but I didn't want them seeing.
Okay. So
So I don't
mean,
know. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how many traps, or that's up to.
Well, what do you have, and tell me what you're gonna do, I guess.
How much rope do we have total? I know I have 50 feet.
I have 50 feet.
Too. Anybody else?
I have 100 feet.
But we also need to bind ourselves right with that rope, so
There's also about 100 feet on the wagon as well.
cool.
Okay, I have
So-
I think 100 feet. 10 here, but I think
50.
no, that's the weight. Yes, I have 50 feet.
All right, so we have 350 feet. How much would it take to tie up a person?
Like up to a tree kind of thing? Like, is that what you're, like, make like a
I mean,
No, I'm curious how much rope we have left. So how much are we wasting on tying everybody up
I see.
before?
We're just
Like how
binding
much-
hands and feet, so I don't think we're tying them to anything.
I would say you're gonna need like one rope per person, basically, unless you're like starting to cut it up and stuff.
like 50 feet.
Yeah, unless you want to cut it up.
I have mending.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean we can do that if you have mending. We'll just cut my 50 feet up, and we think 2 10-foot strands should be enough to bind hands and feet.
Yeah,
for sure.
That'll be enough. Yep. So you could take
So-
one rope and just cut it into 5 pieces.
Yeah.
So what do we have? About 250 feet left.
Well, it was 350, wasn't it?
Yep.
And then if you're gonna use 50 and cut it into 5 lengths, then you'd still have 300 left.
So we need another 30 from another rope to tie up all of us.
All right. So let's just say I have 250 to work with for traps. Let's see what else I got.
It's getting the manacles in the end.
Oh, that's right. We could do that, and then we save
Even-
10 feet. So,
Presume the manacles is only hands.
Yep. Or I mean, yeah, I assume that too.
I
yeah,
double up on the rope.
Unless he has like two sets of manacles, then he could do the feet as well. But manacles would just be the hands. Well, I assume, unless you want to do the feet, which might not be a bad idea either.
No, that's not a bad idea at all.
So I'll get the what is it? I'll get the 70 feet of rope prepped for binding, and then the manacles we'll set to the side.
Oh, how does one get out of manacles?
So basically, you can either try and slip out of them, or you can try breaking them with brute force. Either way, it's either a dex or a strength. Check.
No, I mean, how would someone legitimately get you out?
Does Strike have the keys for the manacles?
Yes, Strike would have a key for it.
I'll put the key by the well.
Good idea.
So tie the feet, but manacle the wrists.
Are you putting it on the edge of the well or on the ground?
On the ground, so it doesn't fall in.
Nice.
So I have this rope. I have my longbow, which I can use the string and disassemble it, and I have 10 foot of string. I have my daggers. I have arrows. I can probably make an arrow trap, some sort of spring trap with like a branch in the dagger.
Jane has a bunch of javelins.
I can always-
Diana.
I have javelins. I could always dig a pit trap.
Oh yeah, pit trap with javelins at the bottom. That would be.
That'll at least slow some pursuer down. I also have my ball bearings, which I'm going to scatter on my path.
You just need to tell me exactly what you're doing and where you're doing it, and then we'll do some checks to see how well you do it, basically.
All right, how much javelins do we have?
A 5. Sienna probably has the same.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Sienna.
And I mean, if you want to use arrows for that too, I have 40 arrows.
Can I do 2 pit traps? Do one.
Sienna actually has 10. Now, how are you digging this pit trap?
Is there a shovel in the supply crate?
Use Mage Hand to dig it.
Is there a shovel in the supply crate? I think that's the best thing. Otherwise, I got a crowbar. I got a.
There is no shovel in there. It's going to be a lot of work. How big is this pit trap going to be? And remember, you're doing this on your own as well because you don't want anyone to know about it.
Yeah.
So
Maybe that's not viable then.
Can I just spend an hour and just salvage for I have some rope, so I can fashion a crude shovel.
tell me what you're making the shovel with and how.
A branch for a handle, maybe find like a flat rock or something, and tie it.
Okay, give me a investigation to find like a branch. Yeah, that's easy. To find a rock that would be suitable for that.
Guidance.
Sure. You fucking yeah.
All right.
Oh,
Okay.
nice.
So you do find one rock that's kind of like split. It's kind of like out over in this area, but you do find a rock that does look like it's gonna work, but it's still just a rock. So it's gonna be a lot of work to dig a trap, pit trap. But how much? Like how big do you want this thing to be?
Yes, make it. It's 5 feet by 5 feet, so it's going to take a long time, even if it's 5 feet deep. But it'll at least slow. It'll at least slow something down. It'll at least slow something down, and I can also put some of the javelins, at the bottom of it, to at least cause a little damage.
Out of character, might I make a suggestion instead of digging down, maybe kind of like Greek fashion, some pikes angled towards us, and you run through them. Maybe we run into them. I don't know.
I think you'd see them. That's the only problem.
Well,
I mean, you can camouflage them too. We do have a lot of brush and stuff around us.
If you just had the javelins kind of sticking out a little ways from the ground, because with the spike growth, you have to make a wisdom check. There's a where we might fail at.
Well, I'm going to spend some time and try a 5 foot by 5 foot good trap and just see how long it takes me, because if it takes forever, I might just go for some spring traps with some branches and stuff like that.
All right, well, you find a rock and you get a branch and you do your best of kind of fashioning it together. You find it quite difficult to fashion this kind of rock to the stick. So give me a dex.
Guidance?
Sure.
Dex.
Normally I do an intelligence, but I'm feeling generous. So you manage to kind of get it together. It's not very great, and you start digging and you realize this is going to take some time. To do a 5 by 5, you're definitely looking at least a couple days.
Couple days? All right, yeah, I'm going with spring traps then.
And
just find some branches, like some some weak trees, bend it back, tie the rope, maybe tie a dagger to the front, so that when something runs by a tripwire, just launches the branch with the dagger tied to it.
Okay. Give me a intelligence to try and fashion all that together.
It's 20.
Intelligence, not a save.
Oh no! All right.
Okay.
So 19.
So, how many of these do you want to make? And explain exactly how you're doing it.
I have 3 daggers, so I'm going to find it's a small tree, maybe like 5-6 feet, bend it back, tie a rope to it. So so it's once that rope is, I guess, triggered, it'll snap back, and put the dagger tied to the branch. So that when either a tree or branches from a tree, just and have the rope be a trigger when it runs by, and I'll know where the ropes are. So if I'm running that path, I can just quickly skip over it.
Okay. So just at this point, so you have 3 daggers, correct?
Yes.
So you're gonna do 3 of them.
Yes, but I also have javelins, so I might create if I have time. I don't know. Let me see how long these take.
Well, it's gonna take you quite a while to kind of get all that set up, but probably only like half day's worth, anyways, to get the 3 set up. You learned quite well with the first one how to do it properly, so the next 2 are no issue for you. But at this point right now, Theron, Varys, and Rain, can you guys either just close your eyes or look away for the screen for 2 seconds? And Strike, can you just ping me where you want to make these 3 traps?
Yep.
Oh boy. Let's do. Well, they're here.
Okay.
And we will do here.
Okay.
Shoot. I already lost that last one. That last one was here, right?
That one is here, and this one is here.
And we'll do the other one down here.
Okay. Oh, that's the wrong color. And the wrong... No one look.
Not looking. Oh, are these just in a 5-foot square, or is the rope longer than that?
You have.
We don't get to know, I don't think.
No, I know we don't. Yeah. No, I was just wondering.
Yeah, it's definitely strikes trap.
And if I run that way, I'm just gonna, I'm gonna know where they are, so I'm going to skip over them, because I know where they are. I'm running that way.
You don't even have to. I know exactly. Yeah, basically.
So I don't want to tell them. So I'm going to jump over this trap right here and have them right behind me to know.
No. I know. I like the way I'm going to handle that strike, because you know exactly where it is. You've had a few days to kind of prep this, and you kind of have your escape plan all figured out. Even when it comes to it, because I know you can't actually see them, I'll direct you so you know exactly where to go. For it to work, though, whatever you want to actually get trapped has to walk exactly in that spot.
Yep.
Okay. Can we open our eyes yet?
So you have made 3 of those traps quite successfully, from what you believe.
Can we open our eyes now?
Yes, you can. Sorry.
Okay.
If I got time, I guess I could make a few more, but I think 3 will do. No need to bog it down.
Oh, it's whatever you want to do. It's totally up to you guys.
Let me. I'll just tell the party to stay away from down in this area.
Okay, you guys.
Where's the ox? Where's the ox going?
So that's the other question. Where do you guys want the ox to be?
But didn't Strike say he was going to put it in the southwest? So if something went wrong, he would run past it. And hopefully, we would go for the ox and leave him alone.
I'd rather it be somewhere over here, or over here, or maybe over here.
Your choice.
Literally the whole circle. Yeah,
everywhere.
It could be anywhere. I'd prefer here.
You know what? Why not put it
right about here?
If I'm going to run, this direction, why not just put it right there? So if I am running, it's going to hit that first.
Yeah, just tie it up to whatever tree is.
Tie it up to the tree right here.
Yeah, good idea.
Yeah, however you guys want to handle that, that's up to you. One thing you guys are also noticing with this ox, it seems to try to somewhat avoid you guys. Except for Strike. Strike, it seems to kind of buddy up with you throughout the last few days, and the rest of you, when it kind of approaches it, kind of almost snorts as if it doesn't want you near it, and you can tell it gets anxious. Rain, even though you had a good kind of relationship with it, even you, it doesn't seem to trust anymore.
I'm just going to say to the ox, I feel ya.
Oh, I can't do that. Shit. Apparently I don't have an ox. Damn it! Alright, fair enough. Okay, so are you guys prepared for the night, or is there anything else you guys want to do, or what are you thinking?
Am I knocking you guys out?
I would say we double checked the tent spikes and added some more of the pitons.
Okay.
Yeah. And yeah, obviously I think I would say close to I wouldn't say close to sundown, but later in the evening we'll there you go. Later
the designer in me is crying out right now.
I'm actually quite impressed, actually.
I will buy it.
Later in the
Like,
evening, we
it's like
can
Pokemon.
we can start self-mutilating each other and getting our health down. Preferably, whether or not we go unconscious and bring back up with good berries to 1 health. I think that would probably be our best bet. Doing non-lethal damage, and then at least when we're at 1 HP and we can stagger into the tents.
Well, all the damage I'm going to do to you is with my silver sword.
I mean, we can also damage each other. You don't have to just hack us up with the sword.
No,
Well, I'd rather it be the silver, for because it's supposed to be good against were rats.
I mean, are we gonna have? I mean, we're not were rats yet.
no.
We have
So
no
kind of
idea.
solid.
We just have no idea how it's going to. How. I know silver hurts where we're at, so I'd rather if that sort of carries over. Like if for some reason I hit you with a regular sword and you transform, maybe you get those hit points back. We don't know. But if I hit you with silver, I think there's more of a chance of it maybe keeping the effect of the damage.
All right, so I guess afternoon we'll do that. So if it's in the afternoon, a couple hours before sundown, Strike can beat us up with a silver sword, and we'll get back to 1 HP with good berries.
Yeah, and then he can tie us up, and we'll struggle against the bonds and make sure he did a good job.
Can do a healer kit use and we can save the good berries.
Well, didn't you use every spell slot for them? So I think we have
No,
plenty.
the healer kit with the healer feat.
Oh, I'm just saying you used all your spell slots for good berries, didn't you? So it's not like we're running short or anything.
Oh. Yeah.
All right, so yeah, well, do you want him to roll for attacks, or do you just want us to take ourselves down to 1 HP and?
No, that's fine. You guys are just gonna, like, if you're gonna go down to the 1 HP, then yeah, I'm gonna need the rolls to just see if you can actually get to that amount.
Well, we would be having him go non-lethal, and then we just good berry back to 1 HP.
Then
Strike would give us a good berry.
Then I'm fine with that. You guys can just go to 1 HP each.
Okay.
And make sure that you realize 4 of your good berries are gone.
Yep.
And I'm going to also use guidance when I tie you guys up.
All right. We'll get
So
Strike. Do you want our heads facing the opening or the outside? Because obviously the back of the tent would be.
It's another 5 feet. It doesn't matter.
All right. Cool. We'll do the opening then. Heads facing the opening.
Anybody have any buffs for me?
All the spell slots are taken, I think.
Yeah, I think it'd make more
Have
sense.
I got it level 2? Just a minute.
Okay, so to be clear, you guys have no armor, except for Theron, I believe.
Yeah, it drops me 2 AC, so and disadvantage on all my attacks.
Alright, so you guys are not wearing armor, you don't have weapons, you don't have gear, you have nothing on you. Strike.
We have, assuming everyone else wanted to do that, a backpack with all of our gear that is not a weapon.
Okay, and where do you want that?
I would just wear it, to be honest.
You just want to wear it. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyone else want to do that? Same thing? Or?
I mean, I was just going to put all my stuff next to the well.
Okay.
Yeah, we could put the weapons in bags, like, easily accessible, so that if you need to run and grab it off the ground, it's fairly easy.
I wouldn't want to have to choose between grabbing kit and grabbing a weapon.
Well, I mean, we'd have to take actions to put all of our armor and stuff back on anyway. if we
Yeah.
were to do that. I think at this point we're basically going to be, I would say, keep one water skin on each of us. That way, if people get cured, you could go fill your water skin and then.
Listen,
I want to know this magical armor that only takes one action to put on is.
Well, I don't know. It's a
Yeah.
couple actions, but I would at least keep water skins on us. That way we can fill them and help out.
I'm going to keep the healer's kit, herbalism kit, spell scrolls. Spare knapsack.
Strike, are you gonna put a sack over my head, or?
Gladly.
How's he going to give you the water?
He said he wanted to put a sack on the person's head that was going last, so.
I wouldn't do that because then it would take an action to remove and an action to give the water.
I mean, not if he waterboards me.
My theory is that I'm not going to be able to get to that last person. I'm hoping I get to at least 2 people so they can help me at least restrain the other person while we get him. But we'll see.
Alright. Yeah, then I guess we can continue. Just tie us up and throw the manacles on whoever you want that to be.
Okay,
Now,
so
Varys, right?
Sure.
so Rain, you are the only one with a backpack with all your stuff on, or all of you are doing that?
I'm going to leave mine by the well. By my
Yeah. The only thing I'm going to have on me is I guess I'm going last, so I'm not even going to keep my water skin on me.
Okay.
Type into the chat what I've got.
I'll just put all my stuff next to the well.
And Sienna? Same thing? Theron?
Yeah, I would just put her sack by the well.
Okay, so only Rain has any gear on her at all. Is that what I'm hearing? Okay.
Yes.
And you're all getting tied up. And how are you tying them up, Strike?
Varys has manacles around his wrist. Everybody else has their hands and feet tied with rope.
Okay, so I need you to make a dex roll. You can use use your guidance. And you can use advantage on your guidance and your dex roll as well on each person. So +3,
Nice.
and you can just add that to all your rolls.
And you said Dex?
Dex for each person. So 21 for Rain, so 24 Rain, 20.
Shit.
All right, so Rain, you are I gotta write this down. Rain, you are a 24. Sienna is a 20. Theron is a 20. And 15 for Varys. Now, Rain, you try to break free to make sure that it's good enough, so you can either use Dex or Strength to try and break free.
Okay. With my excellent wear at Dex.
Okay, you can't break free. Sienna tries to break
So-
free. I don't know, Theron, if you're rolling.
Do I make that with disadvantage since I have the armor on?
Well, you're rolling for Sienna.
Oh, God.
Yeah. And yes, you would roll with disadvantage because you're wearing armor.
Oops, sorry, it's supposed to be Sienna's. I forgot to click over to her thing.
Okay.
I clicked from her sheet, but I didn't choose her at the bottom.
Oh, okay, so that's her sheet?
Yeah, I clicked from her sheet, but it still had me at the bottom as far as who's posting.
Okay, she breaks free of her bonds and tells you to do it again, Strike. So Strike, roll again for her. You can use your +3 with advantage.
Ooh.
Nice.
So 26 for Cyanna. Okay, Cyanna tries to break free again and fails.
No, that was me.
Oh, okay. Only roll when I tell you, please.
Well, you told me to, but I did hers first.
No, I meant like you roll for her.
Oh, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
We'll just go in turns here. So Theron...
That 5 was hers. The second one.
The 5s... Okay, so she can't break free now. Theron, that's your character, correct?
Yeah, the disadvantage one was the one that rolled under mine.
So you rolled a 17. Okay.
I rolled it with disadvantage because I have the armor on.
Oh, okay, yeah, 5, whatever. So it doesn't matter. You can't break free of yours anyways. So Varys?
This is a... Can we choose whether it be Dex or Strength, I guess?
Yeah, you can choose either or.
Alright. Not saving throw, right?
Now, you're not trying to break free of your manacles. You are trying to break free of your feet.
The feet.
Yeah.
Just a regular dexterity or regular strength?
Yeah, just whatever you prefer.
Okay, strength sucks, so...
Okay, so you can't break free of yours. So you all feel like you're tight, and you have no issues of trying to get free is how you feel at this point. Okay, so you're all bound. Varys, you have the manacles on your hands. Theron, Cyanna, and Rain, you guys are all bound by your hands and feet. Only Rain has any gear on her. Theron, you're wearing some armor, and that's pretty much it for the 4 of you. Strike, you've set up some traps and whatnots. You guys have left the ox down here. All your gears and weapons are down here. Is there anything else that you guys want to do? Strike, what is your owl doing?
He's going to wait here. I'm going to give him instruction that if a were-rat starts chasing me, to, I guess, well, he's going to stay like 10 feet above the ground, so I can't reach him. Maybe 15 feet. And then just start running with me unless I give him direction, like to help if I need help.
Okay.
But also, right before I start, I fill up when the moonlight hits, I'm going to cast Blessed on myself right before.
Okay.
Did we go with the sack in the end or not?
And the owl.
Oh, yeah, did you guys put sacks on your heads?
On Varys, I think it was, because he's going to go last, right?
Yep, that works.
Hmm.
And when I cast Bless, it's going to be on Strike, the owl, and the oxen.
The owl and the ox. Okay, gotcha.
Theron's just chanting and praying to Timora.
That actually reminds me, I should...
And he's praying to Elana, goddess of the forest.
Interesting.
And just to let you know, if I get bitten, and it's a low roll, I'm probably using that inspiration.
Sure.
But I already get a D4 because of Bless on saves, so that should help. But if it's still seems low, I'm definitely using that inspiration.
Alright. So, you guys are all restrained to a point where you guys feel like you're not going to move. Strike and the owl and the ox, you guys are blessed. Let's just give you a little heart. And can you cast Bless for me too, as well, Strike?
Sure. Let's see, Bless. Well, it's a 1 time a day thing. Let's see, cast level 1.
Yeah, I assume you're casting it like when night approaches.
Well, it's only 1 minute, so I have to do it right when I fill up the water and go to everybody. So I'm going to do it right before.
Okay. Now.
So I have to do it right before I start doing everything.
Right.
So I'm not gonna have time. I'm not gonna have time to do it later.
I made a mistake. I have done something wrong here. Okay, I can't actually select that, really. All right, here, just you guys are gonna have to give me 2 shakes here. I'm just setting something up.
This is all gonna go great. Positive thoughts only.
Yeah.
Who you is Vice praying to?
He's just hoping he doesn't die.
Affirmations.
Whoops. Oh, yeah, there we go. Okay. That didn't work as well as I was hoping it to, but that's okay. Let's go here. And... Sorry, guys, I'm just getting something set up. Just trying to figure out how I'm going to kill you all, that's all.
It's fine.
No problem.
Ah, damn it. Get rid of that.
Should I be in front of Cyana in the tent?
I mean, I assume we're kind of like just laying next to each other.
Yeah, yeah.
With our heads at the the opening.
All right, here.
You all just hear Strike muttering, "All idiots getting bit by were-rats. All idiots." Bad decisions.
All
No
right.
one listens to me.
I think we have everything ready to go here. Is there anything else anybody else wanted to go over before you all die?
I'm ready.
I think we're good.
Rain thanks Strike for his bravery.
Yeah, whatever.
Okay. So, night starts to approach.
Buddy.
Is everyone loaded up properly?
Yeah,
Yep.
looks like it.
All right. So, night starts to approach, and Cyana, Rain, and Theron, as the sun sets, and you guys almost feel as if the moon is starting to raise. As you all start to feel like this, like almost like your blood is starting to boil. Things inside your brain are making you think like these really intense and evil thoughts. You're starting to feel those physical kind of traits that you were having before really intensify. You feel like teeth want to start like pulling out of your skull. You feel like your nails want to grow. You feel almost like your bones are starting to grow as well. You just get this really unnatural and cold feeling that like sweeps over you guys. And as the night kind of starts to progress, you guys start to feel it, and it is starting to overcome you. So, all 4 of you are going to make a Constitution save. Theron, who was that for, just so I know? Was that you, or was that Cyana?
That one was me.
Okay.
Oh!
No.
Okay. So, you guys all have this feeling. And you're starting to feel like, I need to get out of this tent. I need to pull out of here. I need to get out. I need to be free. I can't be in here anymore. So you all start to try a little bit on like pulling and breaking your bonds, but the 3 of you just kind of like, no, I can't do that. So you stop kind of moving and you kind of settle about and you start to kind of like train your minds. You start to kind of meditate slightly. And you do kind of notice, especially Rain and Strike, as you're kind of like watching these tents, you notice Cyana is definitely struggling. You can tell that she is trying to somewhat break her bonds, and she's breathing very heavily, but she kind of does it for like 30 seconds or so, and then you can tell she just her breath just gets not as quick, and she just slows down, and you can tell she starts to breathe, and she doesn't say anything. She just breathes in and out, and you can tell she's starting to go into a meditation state. Strike, you definitely get this very uneasy feeling when you see her go through this, because you can tell as you're watching them, they're all stirring about slightly, and you can tell that things are starting to happen to them mentally, and you get a really uneasy feeling as you're watching them. So the night continues on for about another couple hours or so, and as the night continues, all sounds of birds and anything else that seems to be in these woods just seems to disappear. All you kind of hear is the howling wind going above you and through the trees and whatnot, and it's kind of like really, really eerie, as if like all the animals have just disappeared, anticipating something bad to happen. So as you are all, 4 of you in this tent meditating, trying to overcome these thoughts of evil and whatever else is going through your mind, you realize you get like another rush. And Strike, at this point, you notice that the moon has finally just presented itself in through the clouds up above you. And it kind of like hits the ground just around the areas in small little places, and then it quickly goes behind another passing by cloud, which you're very grateful for. But as it does, you can tell all 4 of them start to have these bad thoughts once again. So, Constitution save, all 4 of you once again. Okay, so this time, Cyanna and Rain, you are moving about in your tent, and Strike, you notice it, and you're definitely keeping a close eye on Cyanna, kind of realizing she was definitely having the most trouble previously. Theron and Varys, especially Varys, you're just like, you have just gone into like a trance, and you guys are just totally meditating. You do get this like rush of like, I need to get out of here. I need to get out. I need to move. I want to hurt somebody. And you just get these really evil feelings, like you want to leave and get out. So you try to break free slightly, and then you just kind of let it go. Rain and Cyanna, they are both struggling with this right now. Rain, these thoughts of like, you're almost like disgusted with Cyanna right now as you look at her, and you're just like, almost like you want her to get out of your way, and you kind of start to move a little bit like you're trying to get out, and you start fumbling about, and you kind of like almost fall down slightly as you kind of like tumble to the ground because you're tied up, and you almost try to start to move a bit, but then you realize, no, what is happening? No. And you put your mind at ease once again, and you go back into a meditation. Cyanna feels the same thing, but isn't really aware of you, and you can tell she is also struggling. And Strike, as you're watching, you realize that they are managing to overcome this still at this point, but you can tell that they are struggling, and it is getting much harder for them to control this. You guys are feeling doubt, and as the night goes on a little bit more, goes on for about another 2 hours, and Strike, you are amazed at this point how the moonlight has still not really peeked itself through. But then, Strike, you can give me a perception.
Oh boy. Perception. Oh, sorry, still have advantage on. So
that's fine. You can have advantage because you're definitely like watching this guy at this point. So you see a break in the clouds coming, and you're calculating it, and you're pretty sure that that moon is going to be coming through there in about the next couple minutes. Is there anything that you want to do before that happens?
Well, I want to run, but no, he's just ready, and he's ready to cast that blast and get started.
Okay. So, when do you cast the bless?
Right before when I see the moonlight hitting the well, that's right when I'll cast it, and I'll dip the water skin into the well.
Okay. So, Strike. As you predicted, the moon finally presents itself onto almost the entire area around you. And the moon is full, and you can tell everyone is struggling. But from what you can tell, the moon is not touching any of them. And it's at that moment you realize the well behind you is starting to glow. And it glows like this, almost like a light greenish color. And it's just like, it almost radiates like a small amount of heat and this energy that you've never really felt before, but it puts you at ease. And you realize this is your chance. But the four of you are not starting to change, but you can feel the moonlight on kind of like above you, coming through the trees, some parts of it touching your tents here and there. So all of you are going to make a Constitution saving throw. Once again.
Fuck me. Come on. I have the sack on my head.
You get disadvantage for the sack. Advantage, you know what I mean.
Okay.
No,
You're like, oh fuck!
it's not okay though,
Come
is
on.
it?
Theron and Cyanna, you guys are definitely feeling the effects of the moon above you. You guys can feel as if it's like there, and you almost feel like your bodies are changing. But you guys manage to shake this off, and you just kind of sit there and try to meditate through it. But what bugs you more than that is what's happening behind each of you. Rain and Varys, you two, this is unfortunately starting to take control of you.
Made so many good rolls.
You guys are trying to break free of your bonds. So, we are going to go into an initiative.
Fuck. Oh, god damn it.
Sorry.
Seriously? Why did it have to be that one? Why couldn't it have been the one before I got a 20? This is
That said Cyanna, but that was my initiative.
such bullshit. I had 3 good rolls and 1 shit. This is such crap.
I have to throw a cow in there just because I need my cow to be my ox. So I'm just going to put him in the background there. It really does not overcome that, does it? Oh, that's why. There we go. So the cow is the ox. And did you already roll for your owl?
Oh, no, I didn't. Make sure it's selected. Ooh.
I think everybody is on there. Now, Strike, basically, you kind of had the surprise round, and you managed to cast Bless before all this is happening. Alright?
Yep.
So, Varys, you are trying to break free of your bonds. You want to get out of this tent. That is
All right.
what's most important to you right now. So, you unfortunately cannot really control yourself at this point. And, however, you still have a little bit of control. So you are going to make a roll, your highest roll, however, so either Dex or Strength. I'm pretty sure it's Dex.
All right. Yep.
But it will be with a disadvantage to try and break free of your bonds.
Okay. Don't fail me now, shit rolls.
All right, Varys. So you are unable to get out of your bonds.
Thank God.
So you're still pretty tightened up there. You're not really able to move, but it is quite obvious that you are trying to get out of your bonds and you are trying to get out of here. You get this feeling of the moon. You just you want it. You want to see it. You want it to take over you. You just want what is kind of in the unknown right now.
God. All right.
So the owl's kind of just waiting. As you had said before, Strike, you're just kind of waiting for it to see a were-rat and then help you out as needed. Was that your orders?
Yep.
Okay.
And he's, 10, 15 feet above the ground? 15 feet?
15 feet above ground, yep.
Yep.
Okay, Strike.
I will start filling the water skin.
Okay. So it takes an action, but you do manage to fill a water skin.
And then I will run over to Rain was the first one.
So unfortunately she's in the back of the tent, so you would have to unfortunately get Cyan out of your way first.
Would that mean I can't just crawl over her?
You can crawl over. How much movement have you used already? You can't end
5, 10,
on the
15.
same. You can't end on the same space.
I thought we were assuming we were lying side by side.
I guess that would make more sense. So if we went like that.
Yeah.
Okay, because I thought Varys said he was in the back. That's what I thought.
No, when we started, I had said that I assume we were laying side by side, so our heads are both at the entry flap.
Okay, so we'll just put you guys like that then to make more sense of it.
All right.
Okay, so you go up to Rain, Strike, and you start. You've made your way to her, anyways.
Then I use my action, so I guess I will have to wait till the next turn.
You will have to wait till next turn. All right. Is that everything?
Yep.
Is my API not working? Is that why? Okay. Rain, you are definitely being overcome by these feelings of wanting to get out of this tent, and you want to see this moon, and everything that's happening around you means nothing to you as you try to break free from your bonds. So either strength or dex, whatever the highest of those are, with a disadvantage to try and break free of your bonds.
Disadvantage.
All right, you cannot break free, but you are trying to move, and you, the same as Varys, are starting to kind of edge your way out as you're starting to move slightly outside of this tent. Theron, con save.
Okay. Oh, that was 17, right?
Yep.
I don't know why I was in disadvantage.
You still feel the moon above you. You're still having these thoughts, but you're overcoming them, and you're just continued in your meditation trance. All right.
Just keep praying.
Cyanna, same thing. Con save.
Okay.
Oh, are you here?
I'm here, yeah.
Oh, what the hell?
Just got out.
Do you want me to catch you up with what's going on here?
Yeah, sorry if that's not too...
Yeah, you slept in or what?
Yeah, I don't know, I keep setting my alarm, but it's not waking me up.
Anyways, so you guys have basically prepared for the night, Strike has done some things. You guys have put the ox down this way. You guys have removed all of your armor and all of your weapons and all of your gear, and you put it down by the well over here. So you are currently tied up with your hands and feet as you're laying beside Rain. And you've kind of had these feelings of trying to get out of these bonds and whatnot, but you're overcoming them so far. But you especially have been really close to failing. So you realize that this is very worrisome. And you're looking across at Rain, and you can tell as you look at her eyes, they're super red, and she's trying to break free of her bonds currently. And it's definitely overcome her. And as you look at her and you're having this feeling, it starts to overcome you slightly. Give me a con save, which you did. And you overcome it, and you just try to breathe slowly, go back into a meditative state. You try not to let bug you what's happening around you. Okay?
Okay. Oh my god.
Alright, at this point, your lovely ox is it's moving about, and you can tell it's kind of almost trying to move back and forth as it's kind of looking at this tent, and it's starting to move. You can tell he's trying to break free a little bit as well, but he doesn't. Varys, you can give me another con save, but this time it's with a disadvantage.
Okay. Fuck me. Damn it.
So you are continuing to try to break free of your bonds.
Right. Still a disadvantage?
This will be with a disadvantage, yep. Your dex, though.
Motherfucker.
Oh no!
Wow!
Seriously?
You got the hood on you, though. You got the hood.
You have the hood on me. I can't see anything.
Yes.
So
And this is just for my legs.
This is your legs.
Your leg.
Yeah. So you managed to break free your legs, and you realize.
Am I still? I know you said I'm not in control, but do I still have do I have any of thoughts of my own? I should ask.
Well, you do, but you kind of your con save, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Is what kind of fucked you.
Yep, I know.
So you don't really have the ability to control yourself right now.
Do I have control of my thoughts?
You somewhat do, but it's overcoming you, which is why you just tried to break free of your legs.
Okay. Would I be aware that I am now a risk?
You are unaware of that. All you know is that you want to get outside.
Okay. Alright. I am still prone, so I guess I'm going to get up. And that's half my movement, right?
Correct.
Fuck. Well, this sucks. And I guess I'm...
So
yep.
you just know that you got to get outside of this tent. That's all that you know. So before you do that, I need to do something.
Do you really?
I do.
See the. It's an owlbear.
This music is not helping me concentrate.
It really isn't. And you can always turn off Sirenscape.
I mean, let's look at it this way. Even though if I was first to get treatment, I'd still mess this up.
So, Strike, you realize that the trees have given you definitely lots of cover in this area, but there are definitely some spots where it's kind of seeping through the trees. So, Varys, you just want to get outside. You don't feel like you want to run or dash or anything like that. You can't really anyways because you've spent kind of your action trying to break free. But you definitely walk out, and you cannot see where the moon is because you do have this thing on your head. But you can move another 2 squares to see if you land up in a square with light.
Shit. Just random movement.
I don't care where you go.
Oh, fuck me. I don't know.
But there are no good choices here.
I'm just gonna say that hood was a great idea.
That was a great
I'm under
idea.
some trees.
Okay.
I'm under some trees. So
Varys,
hopefully that works.
you are continuing on with what's going on with you.
Oh my god. Okay.
You have not stepped into light, or you don't think you have.
Okay. And that's I'm done. I'm done.
Okay. Owl is definitely cautiously watching Varys at this point, but it kind of flies up a little bit more, kind of just above you, Strike, and kind of just stays somewhat near you. Alright, Strike.
I'm assuming I see Varys,
You most definitely see Varys walking about.
and I see he has the hood still on his head, right?
You do see that.
So I'm gonna, I guess, try to cure Rain,
Okay.
and then run back to the well.
Okay.
I want to see what happens when I feed it to her.
So as you pour, so Rain is definitely trying to kind of get away from you. Unfortunately, she's trying to break free at this point. So Rain, you're going to roll Dex or Strength, which is ever lowest, with a disadvantage, and Strength you're going to roll a Strength or actually you're just going to roll a Strength strike with advantage to try and hold her down and pour this down her throat.
Whichever's lowest, right?
Lowest Rain with a disadvantage.
Just,
That's a good roll.
Ah, yes.
Strike, you fucked that up. Yeah, I already
I'm
know.
just
you
making
got
sure.
this one. Yeah.
Yeah, I was just making sure if I got any addition. I guess not. Okay, so just strength, you said?
Yeah.
Can't not, Matt.
Oh my god.
It's with advantage.
Leave
but-
me 4.
Oh, it's with advantage. Thank
To get your D4.
I think it's attack roll or saving throw.
Yeah.
He's just doing an ability
9?
check.
I mean, you still beat hers.
So, yes, you do manage to kind of, you stop moving, and you kind of hold her mouth, and you pour this this water skin kind of into her mouth. Do you pour all of it? Some of it?
I think holds 4 pints. I hope you don't pour all of it in there.
I'll pour a pint in there. If it holds 4.
I don't think a mouth holds 4 bites.
I'll ask it. How much do you pour into her?
About a quarter of it.
A quarter of it. Okay. So you pour it down into her, but unfortunately, you don't have much time to make decisions, so what is your next choice? Or are you just going to stand there and watch her?
No, I will run back. I will start pouring into, I guess, Diana's mouth. I guess that's another action, so I gotta, wait until the next turn.
You do.
Good.
That's it.
Okay. So, Rain, these feelings of wanting to break free are intensifying, and you just want to get out of here. And Strike grabs you, and when he grabs you and starts to kind of pour this into your mouth, you want to rip him alive. You want to kill him. You want to go right for his throat. But then you start to feel much better. Something is overcoming you, and you're shaking. You almost kind of go into a bit of paralysis, and then you kind of start to shake through it, and then you just kind of shake your head, and you feel much, much better at this point. And you can feel those physical characteristics starting to diminish. You feel like you've been cured. But that is your turn for basically kind of working through that.
Okay.
Theron. Con save.
Okay.
Okay.
So, Theron, you are still trying to meditate through this, and you have just heard Varys leave this tent. and that concerns you deeply. But you realize that your best bet right now is to continue with your plan, and you just, well, I assume that's what you want to do. I'm not going to tell you what you're doing.
Yeah, I have like an urge to like call out to him, but I restrain myself and just fight this feeling that's trying to overcome me.
You realize your best bet at this point is just continue what you're doing and just try to relax and keep your breathing at a proper rate. So you just stay there.
Yep.
Successfully. Cyan, you are next. Con save.
Oh, thank fuck, yeah.
Alright, Cyan. You have failed, and you feel it overcoming you. And you feel like you need to get to the moon. You need to get out of this tent. You hate everyone around you. You realize Strike is there as you open your eyes and you're no longer meditating. And you almost want to kill him instantly. But your main mission, you feel, is I need to get to the moon. I need to see the light. So you start to kind of edge your way, but you can't, unfortunately, try to break free at this point.
Yep.
Varys.
Yep.
Give me a con save with a disadvantage.
Come on. Alright, it's not great, but it's better than before.
It's not terrible.
So Varys, you're still having these feelings of trying to move and you want to get to the moon, but you shake it off slightly, and you are able to just stand there without having to move at this point, as you're kind of like trying to overcome what's happening to you.
Okay.
But you also feel like it's starting to get much, much harder to try and shake this off.
Can I talk yet, or no?
No.
Okay. Alright, that is my turn.
Owl is just kind of following you about. Strike.
I'll try to force it down Cyanna's mouth.
All right, Cyanna, give me a strength or dex, which is ever lowest, with a disadvantage.
Okay.
No, just a regular dex, not a save.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Oh,
Better.
okay, it's better.
All right, Strike, with advantage, strength.
Bless.
Come on, Strike, come on.
Yeah.
Yes!
Yes!
This is close.
All right, so you managed to pour this. How much do you pour?
So I guess if there's 3 pints left, then 1 pint.
Okay, so
So
you
a
pour
quarter of it.
half of it's gone at this point.
And do I visibly notice that Rain's calmed down a bit, or?
You do realize that Rain is no longer trying to break free, and she's just kind of laying there. It would take some time to investigate her if that's what you plan on doing.
No. I will run back to the well, and I'll be looking back to see what Varys is doing. Actually, you know what? I'm sorry. I'm not going to run back to the well. I'm just going to run over to Theron. But I'll be looking at Varys, keeping an eye on him.
Okay. Is that
And that's
everything?
it.
All right.
Done.
All right, Rain. You are starting to overcome what has been happening to you, but you are still tied up. So you can try and break free if you want, or you can do whatever it is that you want to do.
I shall wild shape
Okay.
into not a rat.
Strike just
I'm
shits
not
his
gonna
pants.
do
Yeah.
It would be hilarious, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just trying to find what has a decent movement speed and will be tied. How far is the pile of gear?
Well,
5,
5, 10, 15, 20, 25,
20,
30, 35, approximately. Maybe
We're
even
gonna-
a little bit more than that, because you got to go past the well.
How long would it take me to untie Cyanna?
Well, it's kind of the same thing. You just got to you got to try and break free of his bonds, basically.
Okay. And if I got something to cut the bonds with, would that actually help or not?
Yeah, for sure. If you want to just cut the rope, that would definitely help. Yep.
Okay. So if I wild shape into a horse, will I no longer be tied up?
You might be
Would
tied
I
up.
need to-
You might be tied up in a different way. You're not really sure
Okay.
though.
If I wild shape to a ferret, will I be pretty definitely free?
You think so.
Okay.
Basically the knots aren't going to change. Whether they get tighter or not is kind of, I guess it depends on what you're kind of forming into.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Well, I'll. Spider would 100% do it, wouldn't it? Go for ferret. Ferrets are fairly. Okay. To wild shape to a ferret. Look, here he is. Hello.
Should be
Oh, did
able-
that work? Am I loose now?
So as you change, yes, you
Okay.
are free of your bonds as the ropes kind of just start to kind of untangle. They're still tied, but you manage to slip through with no issue.
Excellent. And then I'll move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Move down to here.
Okay.
I'll try and make.
Keep in
squeaky
mind,
noises.
like you would have come out there, out of the tent, unless you're going
Okay.
under it, but that would have been difficult terrain. But
No,
I
I
mean,
wouldn't have gone
it
under
still
it,
would have been
so-
there. So 5, 10, 15, 20,
5, 10.
25, 30. Yeah, so you'd be there.
Okay. Yeah.
And is that everything?
That's it for me. Which square is the pile of gear actually in? Both of those.
Yeah, as long as you're where you are now, you can reach it. Maybe
Pretty
not
big
as
pile.
a ferret, but you could definitely reach it.
Okay. And actually, I have a bonus action on this turn, don't I? Correct.
You sure do. Yep.
So I'll drop the wild shape. Sorry.
I was hoping you were gonna do that. So I was like, "Are you sure there's anything else you want to do?"
yeah. Okay.
Now you're restrained again.
Is that everything?
You
think
gave
you
me
can
the
do
first
anything.
hit points.
Right, Theron. You know what you're doing.
Yes!
Oh!
Oh, what the hell just happened? To my
Oh, but it's disadvantage though, so you have to roll again.
my roll 20 just shit the bed.
I've persistently got the hit points of the ferret. No, I'm good now. Okay.
Sorry, we're just having some technical difficulties.
No worries.
course.
No worries.
22. All right, Theron. You are continuously just shaking off. You aren't really aware of your surroundings because you're in such like a trance of trying to like overcome this, and you do feel like it's getting stronger and harder to beat, but you are beating it.
It's that monk stuff.
I will continue to lay here and pray and struggle.
Cyanna, you, as Strike kind of poured this water into your mouth, you had kind of the same feeling Rain had, and you wanted to just, you didn't want this, you wanted to get out of this, you wanted to break free, but as it starts to go down your throat into your stomach, you get that feeling of just serenity, and you just want to not hurt anyone anymore, and you just feel a lot better. And you are now feeling like you are overcoming this curse as your physical traits and your mental issues that you were having before seem to just dissipate and disappear. But that would be your turn as that's kind of happening. The ox, kind of like it's looking at you now, Rain, as if it's no longer worried about you. And it's more just interested.
I'm not going to feed you right now.
Didn't I say Varys was the one that was gonna... Have the most troubles here.
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
But this is why he has the manacles and the sack.
Yeah.
Okay, Varys. Constitution save with the disadvantage, bud.
Oh
Oh!
my god! Oh shit!
So it is getting much harder for you, especially knowing that you're like outside right now, and you almost feel like the moon is there. As it's kind of like the trees are blowing, and you just like you can kind of feel like it's happening, and you just kind of shake it off, and you realize what you're doing now, and you kind of have the ability to do something if you like.
Okay. I just want to yell out into nowhere. Strike if you have to kill me. Just kill me, and that's it.
Okay.
Gotcha.
So me and Strike formulated this plan the whole time to try and make it so you guys just wanted him to kill you. No, okay, Theron. Strike, sorry.
I will start pouring a pint down Theron's throat.
Okay, so there is going to be no check here because Theron is actually beating this. So you managed to pour it down Theron's throat.
And I'm assuming I saw Rain already run down.
You did.
I'm just going to shout, how are you doing, Rain? How are you doing?
Good. Free Sayana.
And then I will run over to Varys.
Okay.
And I'll just shout to Rain. I think Varys is the only one left.
Okay. Rain.
Okay. So can I pick up an object from the pile as a free action?
Yes.
Okay. So I will scoop up my hunting knife or any other convenient similar dagger-like object.
Sure.
And for my action, can I scoop a handful of water out of the well and drink it?
Yes, you can. And you are healed for 9 health.
Marvelous. And are any spell slots restored?
Yes, you have 2 spell slots that are available to you now.
Yes. Much? Okay, just a minute. Okay, and then I will do 5, 10, 15, 20.
Okay, Rain, you can give me a perception as you're running back.
Okay, just a minute. 25, 30, 35. No, 35 to here. And I'm standing next to Sayana, right?
Okay, and give me a perception.
Yep.
So
Sorry, I had disadvantage switched on.
as you're
be
running,
regular, right?
you kind of like glance in the sky quick, and you realize that it looks like the moon is about to be covered again.
So can I call to Strike? I think the clouds are returning.
Yeah. Do you want to maybe answer his question too, or?
I'll just say, great. Can you get back to work?
No, not you, because you had asked her how she's doing.
I told him that I'm cured.
Oh, okay,
I think
okay.
I'm cured.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
All right, Theron. You are starting to feel a lot better as the water starts to go down into your stomach and down your esophagus. You just feel a big sigh of like relief going through you, and you are beating this curse as well. But that is your turn.
Okay.
Sayana, you gonna try and break free?
Yeah. I assume, can I get Rain to help me with that? Or?
No, because she used everything to get up to you.
Okay. So just strength then, I guess, right?
Yep.
What?
Or dex, whatever you prefer.
It works. It'll work.
So unfortunately, Strike tied you up pretty good.
Fortunately.
That was the only person that he was
Good
under
thought.
20 on.
So, Cyana, you feel like you're putting everything into this, but you cannot break free.
Oh, damn, okay. Strike.
Good. It's good. It's good.
All right. Varys, with a disadvantage.
Oh, thank you.
Oh.
So what? It's still good? No? Why did it go twice? I'm so confused. I only clicked once.
No, it's that's enough at this point.
Oh,
anyways.
thank God.
So
I thought you were going to keep trickling it up.
it is trickling up, but you managed to overcome it, but you feel like you want to keep running. So you just kind of stand in place as you're trying to shake this off.
Okay.
And Strike.
I will. Shoot, I gotta take this one off, don't I?
Oh no.
I guess I
I'll allow
will
that
try
to
to.
be your free action. But Varys is still struggling with this, so there will be a versus roll.
All right, I will try to pull it off.
Okay.
Dex versus Dex, or what?
Yeah, so Varys, you can use whatever roll you want. Strike is going to be just strength. There is no disadvantages or advantages here.
Not bad, not bad.
All right, then.
And with that, Strike manages to get this water down the throat of Varys. And Varys, you start to feel much better. And you guys have done it.
Oh my God.
Oh, no way!
Stark is running back to the well, and he's filling up the water skin, looking all around anxiously.
Do you guys want to see where the light was?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh
Oh.
my god.
All right.
Oh my goodness.
You were.
No, I was gonna keep going north, so I would have gotten hit at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yes.
Oh boy.
So as Strike, you kind of like run back, and you do realize that no one seems to be changing or turning. If anything, they're only changing for the better.
Still filling up that water skin.
Yeah, you
I
guys.
think I'm taking your word for it.
Yeah. What do you know? Yeah.
I'm gonna cut Cyana free. And cast wounds on her. Actually, no, I can use the healer kit while I'm here, can't I?
We could use the well too.
What's
Yeah.
going on?
I'm gonna pick up all my stuff, and then go cut Theron's bonds.
Okay. And with that, you realize the moon does go into the clouds again, and you no longer see it. Strike, you notice the well kind of just goes back to that natural color of water, and you don't see that glow kind of surrounding it anymore.
I'm gonna take a drink out of the water, out of the well, even though it's not glowing anymore.
Sure.
I'm gonna fill up my water skin and then drain it.
You get 2
Yeah, me
health,
too.
Ferris.
Sweet.
I'll take a sip also. Do I get that blessed spell back?
Yeah, you do. And Varys, even though you don't have spells, you feel you got your, I guess, action surge.
Yeah. That was the only benefit of having action surge. If I was first, I could potentially get water and pour water into somebody's mouth right away. But
Yeah, but I fill up my water skin from the well and take a drink as well.
All right, so as you guys all surround this well, the moon comes out once more and covers this whole area. And you all kind of stop, especially Strike as he like looks at all of you. And you all kind of look at each other and nothing happens. Except for the fact that the water actually does change that kind of color, and you guys all kind of start to drink from it, and you start to recover health quite easily. So it's basically as if you guys just took a long rest, and you guys are going to get all your spell slots back, all your health back, and you feel much more rejuvenated. You're also noticing that the red in all of your eyes has disappeared. The only eyes that give any worry is perhaps Theron's, because he's got like sparkly, lightning-looking eyes.
Thank God.
Business as usual.
Yeah.
Well done, guys.
Strike's just gonna look at you guys, and he's gonna say, "Are you sure you guys are okay? Are you sure?" And he has his short sword drawn.
I'll look up at the moon and look back at him and just nod.
I'm just gonna walk over to Strike and give him a hug. Tell him you did a good job.
Strike is going to step back
Did
with
anyone,
his sword drawn.
did anyone need to take a break quick?
Yeah, I could use a break real quick.
I don't know if do you guys want to know what would happen if he changed?
Yeah, sure.
Well, first, Rain is going to thank Strike.
Yeah.
So, what would have happened is you pretty much lose all your traits. So, Theron, you wearing armor and things like that, it wouldn't have mattered in the end. You actually grow almost double your size, and you would have grown into this beast. Any clothing, any armor, anything you were wearing would have just ripped right off of you. The bonds would have broke. The only things that might have had some issues is Varus with the manacles. There would have been like a strength roll to see if they just break. But you turn into this feral beast that has 24 strength, 24 con, and 24 dex, 10 intelligence, and 2 wisdom and charisma.
Jesus.
Oh,
That can jump and run 3 times as fast as usual.
Strike would have been dead. He would have died.
And you get 2 attacks, a bite attack that is +8, that does 2d10 damage, and the con save to not turn into a werewolf is 15. And the claws attack that do 2d6 +8 to attack.
It is a good thing Strike didn't know that. Because it would not have been here.
So you basically transform into this giant, massive were-rat.
oh God. We thought it was just going to be us, but kind of bitey.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you changed.
Oh my gosh.
Not to mention that we missed the opportunity to get info from Agatha.
And you saw my message. I got my daggers and my rope.
Yeah, sure. I'll assume that you grabbed all that stuff. Actually, give me an intelligence for taking it apart without fucking hurting yourself.
Intelligence. 14.
All right, yeah, you managed to get it all apart with no issues.
Yep.
Looks like you all owe me something.
Yeah.
You're alive.
I'll give him I'll give him 2 gold
I'll
pieces.
put my arm on his shoulder and say, "All the beer is on me."
Strike, you can add 2 gold pieces to your gold.
Yeah.
He'll take it, but he gives you a look that says, "That's really not a lie."
I gave you a hug. Isn't that good enough?
Real reward is friendship, right?
Yeah, you're not alone out in these woods.
All right.
Didn't eat you.
Let's go for a break, and we'll be right back.
All right.
Katai, I think I'm hearing the music playback.
Oh my god, I hate life.
So, you guys spend the rest of the night, which really isn't that long, kind of just meditating and feeling a lot better about what has happened over the night. So you guys wake up in the morning feeling like new people, except for Strike. He's the same piece of shit.
So he's our hero. Come on. Nobody's allowed to call Strike a piece of shit now.
I'm sure I'll do something that.
The campaign is still young.
Yeah, this is very good, wasn't it?
Yeah, he has plenty more opportunities to steal from our allies. So
It's gonna touch another idol or gem or something and blow everybody up again, and
Oh,
be fine.
altar definitely.
you know, it wasn't until we were in the tents making our saves, and I was thinking to myself, like, I wonder if he's going to count me burning out the were-rat den as an act against nature, because it was in the side chamber of a temple.
Oh, true. Shit, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, so obviously none of us had that. It was just so weird that you mentioned that, and I was like, shit, did any of us do anything?
For what?
Like crimes against nature. Like you made a point to mention that as
Yeah.
her brother. So I thought that meant that one of us was screwed.
Yeah, it just messed with all our heads. We were all like, "Did we? Did we? What did we do?"
It's called mind games. I gave you guys something to talk about for like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
But well done.
I'm surprised the ox is still alive too.
Yeah. I can't believe it ended this way. I genuinely can't.
So I would give Strike a point of inspiration for being the hero of all that.
Oh yeah.
But he already has one, so.
But
So anytime you guys try to thank him or whatever, he's just gonna be like, "Let's get this oxen and get our gold and let's get moving."
This delivery is way late already.
Okay. So you guys are gonna pack up camp and start heading out, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Straight. We're gonna go straight to the logger camp now, right? Rather than going by the hunting lodge.
do we know the direction?
Yeah, where are we on the regular map? And just out of over caution, Strike is going to fill up all his water skins in as well.
No,
And as you drink from the well, you feel just like it does heal you. This water is very, very good. But as you do start to walk away from it, you realize that it just turns into regular water. So, where the owl is where you guys think your approximate location is. You kind of ventured off, so whoever's going to be kind of leading the charge here, you're going to be rolling survival. I assume it's kind of the same way you guys have everything set up there?
yeah, I think it was me rolling last time.
Yeah, it was actually.
Yeah, we'll see where we end up. It's this way, guys.
And the owl is going to fly up and try to provide some guidance.
Sorry.
And
Should I roll as well because I'm leading as well? Or?
so, sorry, the plan, you guys don't want to go to the lodge? You guys wanted to just go right to the loggers' camp? Is that what you...
I think we
It's
should.
on the way.
Oh, we should
It's on the way.
first.
Let's go. Yeah, I say let's go to the lodge first.
Yeah,
Do we
because
have
that
any-
way we can follow the path to the camp.
And what excuse are we going to give them that we're, probably a couple days late?
Well,
It's
It's
just a
only
slow
time.
start. We ran
Just
into
hold
some
up.
mountains.
All right.
ran into some things that tried to eat us. That wanted to eat us.
All right. So, plan is you guys want to start heading towards Falcon's Hunting Lodge, correct?
Yes. Yes.
And who's guiding? Who wants to lead? Or who wants to be the person like, hey, we need to go that way?
I guess they're in.
Yeah, last session I was the one making the rolls.
Okay. So
And if I see them start like trying to figure out the way, can I cast guidance on them?
yeah, sure. That's fine. And Theron, you also have advantage on it. Yeah, Theron, you're pretty damn sure you know where you gotta go. So,
All right.
you get advantage
Get
on
this-
that too, but you
Get the
don't
shit on the roll.
really need to do that. But so yeah, Theron, you have a pretty good sense of direction. So you continue heading on down that way. So as you guys start to leave this well, Rain, you kind of are like lagging a little bit behind, and as you look behind you, you see your brother, and he's kind of standing by the well, and he kind of just kind of like gives you a little bit of the bow with this. He's got like this giant rack of antlers, and he just kind of looks down and just bows slightly to you, and you almost like hear it in your head, and says, "Remember, sister, you must save this forest." And then as you're like kind of walking a little bit farther away, you see some more animals kind of come to the well, and then all of a sudden you just see like this, it's almost like a puff of smoke, and it's kind of like this greenish purplish color, and it just, the well disappears.
I will, my brother disappeared as well.
Everything disappeared in that area.
Okay. I will inform the group of this.
Okay. And you all confirm by looking behind, and you can kind of just see, like, it's almost like this smoke. It's really faint. It's more of kind of like a fog as it just, like, dissipates into the ground. And you realize that there's no well there, and there's no trace of it even ever being there.
Jedi, just before we keep going, did you want to lower our dexterity back down?
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Yes, thank you. I would love to debuff you.
Yeah.
And I always reward good behavior. Not always, but mostly.
Always punish bad behavior.
Oh, wait, that's not the one. Wait, why is that working? Damn you, Sienna!
I'll close it maybe that's why.
Oh, Oh, wait, that should work. I think my API is having a heart attack. Alright. And I had it written down. Katai, Sienna, you are 13. That should be +2. Oh no, +1. And Meg was a 14. Only Sienna and
Oh yeah, that's right.
Rain had their dexterity actually change.
Close my sheep.
Yeah, I got it. You only gained a +1. So you're at 14 now. It actually did nothing for you. Because you were already at 14, so. Okay. So you guys continue on your way, and the plan is you guys are going to go to this logger's camp, correct? Or are you going to go to the lodge? What was the
lodge?
I was striking for the lodge.
Yeah, lodge is on the way, right?
Yeah. happy DM noises.
How am
Happy
I going to
fruit.
kill you today? Do, 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 do.
Oh, that failed.
You had your big plan. Yeah. Maybe he just hasn't thought of any other ideas yet.
Yeah, it's like, that was my one way to kill them all. Now what? Okay, so you guys start to make your way up this way to the Falcon's Hunting Lodge. And as you start to come up to like the river, you notice like it kind of starts as like this really small like stream creek, and then it starts to form more into this river. And you kind of have a choice. You can either go left around it, or you can go right. And as you look left, you kind of see what looks like in the distance an actual path.
Can we have the owl scout ahead?
Sure. So the owl looks ahead, and the owl kind of just comes back path on the left side.
All right, you guys want to go to the path?
Yeah. Traveling on paths.
Sounds good.
The bridge, though.
You're not sure. All you know is that there's a path on the left side of the river as you're starting to kind of venture north.
Hey.
Alright, so you guys decide to go this way. Alright, so as you guys are starting to kind of walk progressively farther to the north, you realize...
Can we have the owl go ahead and see if to follow the path to see if there's a bridge that crosses the river, or if we should go around the right side?
How far do you want him to go ahead? Because you don't even know how far away.
Let him go, I guess, 100, 200 yards ahead.
Okay, yeah, that's... Yeah, I mean, like, you just want him to stay that far ahead the whole time, or what are you saying? Just just at this point, as soon as you kind of branch off.
How far? So we're at the owl now?
Yeah, you're where the owl is.
And how far away, based on the map, would it be to here?
You have no idea, but to you, it kind of looks like maybe 2-3 miles at least.
Can I have him just fly like 150 feet up, maybe 50 feet above the tree line, and just head a mile or two east, just to see if he can see the lodge?
So he flies up and doesn't seem to see anything. It's a very dense forest as well, so it's kind of harder to see, but he doesn't see anything. He just kind of confirms that there's a path on the left side.
All right. I'm just worried, guys, about if we go left, there might not be a way to cross the river. But whatever you guys think.
The river isn't just a straight line either. It bends here and there, so it's hard to see if there's bridges at points as well, right?
Yep.
It's not as easy as you'd think to just kind of fly up and look. It's not open plains or anything like that.
I would hope that the hunting lodge would be both near the river and have a bridge.
All right, I guess we'll
They're
figure
going to want to get to the path as well, I guess.
How wide is the river at this point?
Alright. So, as you guys continue on your way, you eventually get to a spot where like a thin fog surrounds like a fortified compound, standing in a clearing on the east side of a narrow river. A 10-foot-high log palisade surrounds the compound, whose main building is a 2-story stone and wood affair with a high-pitched roof, gables, window shutters, and a stone chimney. Attached to the main building is a blocky tower of gray stone. Its high roof is lined with battlements. Other structures include a 2-story stable house and a gatehouse whose flat roof is enclosed by iron railings. A stone bridge spans the river, ending before an oaken door set into a gatehouse's outer wall. Mounted next to the door is a bell with a short rope hanging. And this is what you guys see.
wanna leave the ox and wagon for the moment. I'll walk over and inquire at the door.
Ring it like 4 times.
What are you, Amazon?
Well, Barthen did warn to be respectful, so I don't want to ring it a million times. I'll go up and I'll ring the bell once.
Okay. So you realize this is kind of like a 2-story, like little gatehouse as you're kind of coming up to it. And yeah, you do see the bell. So you ring it once.
Yeah.
All right. You ring it once, and nothing really seems to happen.
I'll wait about a minute. If there's no reply, I'll ring it again.
Okay. So you kind of ring it again. You kind of just wait a little bit, and all of a sudden you hear something, and yeah, I'm coming. And you kind of hear what sounds like something inside the gatehouse, as if someone has is maybe like ascending a ladder or something. You're not really sure. And then up above the gatehouse, kind of just like right here, Theron, you see an older looking man. And he looks down at you and says, "Oh, yes. Well, look at this. A bunch of elves. How may I help you?"
We're on our way to deliver supplies to the loggers' camp, and we were advised to stop here beforehand. We were told our journey would be easier if we did so.
Oh, yes. And I just need to change... I actually have... I have a sound set for this, so I'm just setting it right now. Okay. So, oh, yes, yes. You're from Barthen's, are you?
Yes, we are.
Yes, he always recommends that you stop here. If you follow that trail to the north, you'll find your way there no problem.
We were wondering if we could shelter for the evening. Would that be all right?
Oh, yes, yes, of course. And he's kind of like taken aback as if he didn't even think to ask. And, yeah, of course, I'll let you in. He kind of looks at the group. No funny business, right?
Nope, just 5 adventurers traveling and seeking shelter for a night.
Okay. I suggest you keep your wits about you. You wouldn't want to shame my lord. He can get a little angry at points, but he's a very, very good man. And you can tell he kind of goes back and he starts to kind of go down what you think are these stairs, and kind of comes here, and he opens the door, and you look at him, and he's this older looking chap for sure. Come on in.
Strike's just gonna say to the group, hopefully without the other guy hearing, is just, remember this is the Lord that we shouldn't offend.
Are we bringing the ox and the wagon in?
Of course.
Yeah, it's big enough to get in there. This is
Okay,
a giant door, yeah. It's a bit of a squeeze, but yeah, you can easily get the ox in there. So he lets you all in. You can all walk into the yard. And he waits for everyone to kind of come in, and then as you start to walk in, he closes the door in behind you.
My map's still all grayed out.
Refresh.
Oh, there we go. Here, I got it.
Second here.
I'll just bring Rain in.
And a little Maggie.
Oh, what the fuck? Is this pretty intensive, Jedi?
This one's not too bad, is it?
It's slow through me.
Is it? I
Yeah.
can turn off the dynamic lighting if you want. You guys are just using a bunch of potatoes for computers, or...
Yes, basically.
Yeah.
Built circa 2013.
Alright, I'll turn it off.
Oh, Jedi, my lighting is only going off with Cyanas.
Oh, I'll turn you off then. Or take you out of control of him.
Yeah, that's much better.
Edits. There, is that better? You might have to refresh there. Is everyone good?
Yep, I'm good.
Mine's slowly loading.
It's reloading.
So Corwin shuts the door behind as you walk in, and he says, "Here, let me just get Pell. He'll take care of your ox in the wagon for now." And he kind of walks down this way, and you could tell he kind of just goes down and like waves his hands in the air and says, "Pell, over here!" And this younger boy comes out, and he
I have no
walks.
lighting now.
You have no lighting.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
can't see
know.
Cyanas. Now I don't have any.
I don't have any of the other tokens.
Before
either
it was
now.
only Cyanas. Now I have nothing.
Varys just disappeared. There's Varys.
Yeah, I don't see anybody else on mine at all.
Does anyone else have any issues? Because on my end, everything looks okay for you guys. Like you have sight.
I had
It
a
just-
disconnection notice for a minute, but it's gone away
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, my screen just went completely. I'm gonna try to reload it again.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe like back right out and relaunch there, and
Yeah.
there, and you should be okay. I don't
Yeah,
see.
I reloaded it, and now her sight is gone, but now I have none.
Yeah, I can't explain it because on my end, it looks like you have sight. You should be able to see no problem. So it's something on your end. Maybe just try closing and rejoining.
My screen's completely black now in Roll20.
Man, you guys are having some serious issues.
Yeah.
I'll try refreshing my screen, maybe? I don't see why that would do anything, but...
Like I see my token.
I see my token. I can my token, but I can't see any of the map. It's all black.
Same.
And everyone else is okay, it's just those two?
Yeah, I'm alright.
I got nothing.
We can keep going, and we'll just move us along
If you're
with
in
everyone
mine-
else.
Uh-oh. Okay, I just refreshed mine, and mine's working fine. Does seem slow, though. Actually, I don't know if Roll20's having a heart attack, or what.
Could try turning off the dynamic lighting and seeing if it helps then.
He is, isn't he?
I think you did
Well,
already.
I turned off the advanced fog, yeah, so that should help a lot.
Yeah, it's good for me.
I just closed out everything. Just trying to load back up again. Yeah, every time I load back in, it's just completely black.
Hmm.
Ah,
Should I try a different map? Maybe if I put you on a different map? I'll put you on the start screen. Did that help? On the start screen?
Yeah, I
Mine
can see the
just-
start screen.
mine just stayed completely black. It's loading now. Yeah, back on the start screen.
Okay. Now you're back on Lodge.
And I went back to black.
Same.
The map is having issues? Maybe if I try...
Yeah, it's weird that it's just us, though.
Yeah, it's just you two, so it's telling me something on your end is causing an issue.
Yeah.
I have another...
Alright, yeah, no worries. We can just...
No, it's alright, just give me a sec here. I have another map. Cyanna, we're hearing your music there. What happens if I put you on that one? Oh, you probably won't see anything because you're not. Now everybody should be black, correct?
Yep.
Yeah, nothing.
Yeah, no.
Okay, something should pop up here shortly. Eventually, maybe? No? What the hell's going on here? I think Roll 20 is just having a heart attack right now. Can you guys see now?
Just my token, nothing else.
Yeah, just the token.
I can see fine.
Yeah.
Rain, you can see?
Yep.
So Theron and Varys, what's going on with you two? Interesting.
They were last two cured, maybe it's still the werewolf stuff.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, yeah, I can turn off the dynamic lighting. Let's just try it, see what happens.
Came back up now.
So now it's working?
Yeah.
So you can see now?
Yep.
Yeah.
Maybe my computer is that bad.
Yeah, it might be. Might be something with, like, loading or something, I don't know. Can everyone else see?
Yep.
I've got 32 gigs of RAM. Loading should not be the issue.
Okay, I'll try putting it back on and tell me what happens.
Disappears.
Yeah, same.
Interesting. Well,
Alright, well,
I'll turn it off. It's not a big deal.
sorry to ruin it.
It's alright, just fuck you. Alright, so... Yeah. Corwin kind of goes down and he kind of like summons this boy, and he comes up and he kind of grabs the ox there by the reins and starts taking him down this way.
I'll grab the bottles of wine. Well, I'll have Rain grab the bottles of wine out of the cart.
Sure.
Since she hid the...
Yes. Yeah.
And as you're doing it,
Yeah.
Corwin looks, he's like, "Oh, you brought some wine, did you? Very wise."
Yes, a gift to your master.
I'll let you give that to him yourself. He'll be very grateful.
Strike says, don't give them both.
And he kind of walks up and he says, "Here, come here." And he opens this door here. I guess I don't even have to open doors because you guys can see everything. Correct?
Yep.
Yeah, okay, so he just kind of walks in. And he's like, this will be the guest house. You can stay in here. And you guys kind of like walk in there. And it's definitely like a barn quality style of place. It's got like straw that kind of covers the dirt floor. And kind of arranged about the room are like 9 cots that kind of like come with like soft pillows and thick wool blankets. Definitely hospitable for sure. And then he kind of goes on. He says, "If you really would like a nice room, though, we have one available inside. It's going to cost you, though.
How much?
It'll be about 10 gold, but we only have one of them."
Yeah, I'm sure
I'll
we can
take it.
put Strike in the room there.
Yeah, let's pay for Strike's
Yep.
room there. And that's his reward.
And he's just, "Oh, perfect." And so you guys can, all of you combined to pay for it? Is that what?
Yeah, except for Strike.
So figure out what gold you guys are removing. It's 10 gold.
I'll drop
Um,
5. I'll give 5 to the guy.
Okay.
I'll do 2 then, I guess.
Okay.
Give the 3.
Okay. He says, "Oh, you have some very nice friends now, don't you?" And he takes the money and he says, "Well, you can put all your gear and everything in there for now if you like. And follow me and I'll bring you inside. And we can go see Falcon." And he starts to walk inside.
I'll put all my like gear and my size, but I'll keep my quarterstaff on my back.
Sure. comes inside. So as you guys are kind of walking, you notice that this is what looks like an outhouse up here. You notice this is like the tower that kind of, it looks like a 3-story tower, and right on the top it's got like the battlements. This is like a stone building here, and it kind of looks like the outside, this is like a fireplace or something. Sorry, not there. Here, right here. That's a door. So,
can you open the door, Jedi?
Sorry?
Can you open the door, please?
Do I have
So we
to?
can walk in. So we can
Yep.
walk in.
Oh,
We can see in there. We can't move in there though.
oh, what? How is that even possible? Oh, there we go. Now you guys will be free range.
Yep.
I see. So, okay, interesting. Okay, Varys is just teleporting all over the place. It's
Yeah, I know.
Free range.
Yeah.
Did you get that?
Misty step, misty step, misty step.
Yeah.
All right, so when you kind of walk into this room here, this looks like a second floor, like trophy gallery, and it kind of opens up above, and you'll notice like an oak dining table kind of surrounded below with like these tall black backed chairs, kind of just like right in the middle here. So up above here is actually like that's the second floor, but the middle part is actually just like you're looking right up to the ceiling.
Oh, I see.
You notice there's like 2 large iron chandeliers that kind of overlook that as well. So he kind of just introduced you. You guys also notice when you're like looking at these walls, there's like all kinds of animals and interesting looking things. But what kind of concerns you the most is you see a couple orc heads literally like kind of like taxidermied like up against the wall. And Corwin just, I'll go get Falcon. I'll be right back. And he kind of looks at Strike. If you follow me, I'll show you to your room. So Strike just off to the right. Now, over here. Yeah.
And as usual, I'm just going to be keeping an eye out for anything valuable.
There is quite a few valuable things in here, but it's not like really a luxurious place, but at the same time, it's very nice for a place out in the middle of the wilderness. But he says, right here is your room. And he kind of points in there as he opens the door. So you look inside here, Strike, and this does look like a very comfortable room. You notice that it's like a very luxurious bedchamber, and it's got like a wash basin. You notice like there's like a box of what looks like pipeweed on the one... on like the cabinet there, and you also notice that it's got like this really large down stuffed mattress. As you kind of go touch the mattress and sit on it, it's like probably one of the most comfortable mattresses you've ever slept in your whole life. You honestly can't wait to just go to bed. You might actually fall asleep this night.
He's going to see that pipeweed, and when the guy turns around, he's just going to put it all in his pocket.
Okay.
So, sort of like when you stay at a fancy hotel and you just fill your
Yeah.
pocket with the
Yeah.
amenities. That's pretty much what Strike's
You're-
going to do.
You're the guy that takes the bathrobe, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna come in there. There won't be anything left. It's just, he's got the mattress on his back as he's walking away. All right, and he's like, "Get yourself acquainted. I'm gonna grab Falcon." And he kind of knocks on this door beside you, and you just hear this voice, and it's almost like a booming voice. And yes, what is it, Corwin? And we have some visitors, sir. Okay, I'll be right there. And so Corwin starts to walk by, and he kind of looks at you, Strike. He doesn't notice you taking anything. You've already snatched what you wanted. And he says, would you like to come on in? Back downstairs.
Sure.
And he comes back downstairs. You guys are kind of like looking about. You notice like over here what kind of looks like maybe a pantry. And then this must be the kitchen over here. As you kind of look through the door. He says, feel free to walk around if you like. And I'm going to go start making us some good dinner. And he walks in here and he's doing that. When you guys look out the window, you notice the boy outside. It looks like he's tending to like some animals. So down here, you guys kind of like just look out the windows. You guys are kind of looking at some of these trophies and whatnot in this area. The boy himself, you notice that he's kind of like tending to animals in these pens down here. And there's all kinds of animals in there. Anything from like chickens to pigs. You notice one large cow over here. And you also notice what looks like a bunch of horses in stables down over here. And one very fantastic looking horse right here. And this horse is very large. It's probably one of the nicest horses you guys have ever even laid eyes upon. You're pretty sure that that's got to be the horse of whoever owns this place. So, as Corwin's kind of preparing a meal, it takes approximately about half hour or so, and eventually you hear these large footsteps come down the stairs. And as he's coming down, he comes down and hails you. "Oh yes, hello!" And you notice this, he's about a 6'6" tall. He's got about what looks like black hair. It's neatly trimmed. He's got like these kind of like blue, cold, like sharp as ice kind of eyes as he looks into you. It almost like looks into your soul. Especially the females here, maybe some of the males, I don't know, whatever you think. But you definitely find him extremely attractive. Not that you want to act on that, just saying that he's a very attractive person. I think I do have a picture of him. So this is him right there. And he walks up, he says, "Well, look at all these elves!"
Carry on.
Wisdom set.
Nothing to see here.
As you were.
Oh, God. I can't control myself. All right, so yes, so he comes down, and he's kind of taken aback of how many elves are now kind of just wandering about inside of his kind of trophy living room area.
Sorry to drop in on you unannounced. We were told to stop here by Barthans. We're on our way to the Loggers Camp.
Oh yes, of course you are. I thought that would have been a while ago you'd be here, but that's none of my concern. Tell me, what's the news? And he's kind of just looking for, like, anything you guys can talk about.
Well, have you heard about this dragon?
Dragon, yes, I have heard about it. I've seen him. Very dangerous. Must stay away from that.
Yeah. Oh, other than that, there's nothing too much.
So I
Just
see,
did clear orc, some orcs out of Butterskull Ranch.
Yeah.
Oh yes, Butterskull. They make some fine butter there. Is everyone okay? How's Big Al, I believe his name is?
Yep, he's alive and well.
Oh, good. He's a good man, that one.
No,
I can't think of anything else. Can you guys?
Can I present him with the 2 bottles of wine? And
sure.
explain that Barthen sent this one for him, and this one is from us.
And he looks at it, and he's just like, "This is some very good-looking wine." And he looks at you and almost kind of blushes a little bit. And he's like, "It's very, very rare that I get some wine around here. I am very, very appreciative of this. Thank you so much." And he literally just corks one right away, and he just starts drinking it. That's really good. I thank you. I'm gonna save this other bottle for later. And he kind of just puts it on the table beside him for right now, but it's like, "Well, I am assuming Corwin is getting us some dinner." Corwin! Yes, sir. Are you making dinner? Yes, I'm making dinner. Okay. And so the day kind of goes on, and it starts to turn into night.
Can
Sure.
Can I just raise with him the mission for my brother?
Sure. So, like, throughout the day, like, he just kind of does his own thing, but then when he comes down for night, you guys kind of all sit around. Yeah, you guys all sit around the table, and you guys see Corwin sitting at one end. You notice the young boy sits on kind of just like in between you. Definitely kind of shy, but you notice he doesn't say anything. He's really quite quiet. And where's your owl throughout all of this?
On my shoulder.
Okay. So he just kind of looks at you guys and says, "So, I'm sure you guys have some tales. Let me know."
So Rain, after failing to hiss to strike to switch seats with her, I'm a strike. Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you. It's just because I want to talk to him easier.
Sure.
Yeah.
Rain says, we met with my brother in the forest. He'd travelled a long way to meet with some druids who were there, and he told us that there were a group of sorcerers in the forest who were disguising themselves as wild boars and corrupting the forest. And he asked us to see if we could save it. Do you know anything of this?
I know a little of this, yes. But druids. I always liked druids. Quite beautiful creatures.
Rain has dimples, perhaps. You didn't know this, but she does.
Hamming it up.
And you could tell it was definitely like a little flirtatious remark. And he then kind of continues on. Yeah, you kind of like, you could tell he catches himself a little sidetracked as he's like, "Yes, I've noticed many orcs around here lately, and I've heard of these spellcasters. Haven't seen them, but I have heard of them. I did not know that they transform into boars, though. That's very useful information."
Have you hunted many boars lately? Any surprising turns of events when you did?
No, not any boars. But I won't be anytime soon, I'll tell you that much. But you can see these orcs are starting to get much more brazen. And he points to the wall where there's like a couple of these orcs' heads. And Corwin might not like it very much, but I like to hang my prizes. And Corwin just kind of looks up at him and then back down in his food as he continues to eat.
Corwin a half orc then?
No.
Okay.
No, just the fact that he's hanging orc heads in there upsets him.
Out of curiosity, my lord, how many men do you have to defend this place?
It's just me, and that's all I need.
Really?
And he kind of, when you say that, like, really straightens himself. Yes. Perhaps you would like to challenge me.
Ooh.
And what kind of challenge?
Why did you say that?
What kind of challenge?
And he looks right at Strike, and he looks at you up and down. Well, how about an arm wrestle?
I'm better with a bow and a dagger.
I bet you are.
I'm gonna like nudge Rain and ask you to like move seats.
And reluctantly switches seats with you.
And then I'm gonna like just put my arm on the table.
Oh, and you can tell Corwin's a little upset with this, but he's like, "All right, let's do it."
I'll lead into the boy that's by the stables next to me. Is like, "Would you like to wager on this?"
I'll wager one on our.
On your master.
I'll wager on the master of the house.
Thanks, guys.
All right, athletics, Sienna.
Athletics. Okay. Let's see. Athletics. I do have proficiency, so this should be a good one, right?
Oh! I rolled a nat 20.
Destroys your arm.
Yeah, he almost kind of breaks the table a little bit as he takes your arm and smashes it into the table. And he kind of grabs your hand and like holds it gently as he's like, I apologize. Sometimes my strength gets the better of me. I did not mean to hurt you.
I'm a quick reach out and like grab the bottles of wine and make sure they don't fall.
If you give me a moment to prepare, I'll challenge you. And I'll cast guidance on myself.
I'm not done yet. I'm not done yet. Instead of
Oh,
3.
alright.
Come on.
Alright, go ahead.
You want to challenge him again?
Yeah, best out of 3. Come on.
Oh, I always like a good challenge.
See enough for 20.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Oh my god!
Ouch.
Listen, if
I
nothing else.
really
2
pissed.
8s in a row.
This time not as well, but he does take your arm and he beats you once again. Alright, enough of that! And he's quite strong. You can tell, Sienna, that this guy is very strong indeed.
Damn it, that's I'm just gonna like look down angrily.
Nothing to be ashamed about. And Strike, you said you wanted to challenge him as well?
Yeah, I'll say just give me a minute to prepare, and I'll cast guidance on myself.
Stealthily, or are you just casting it?
No, I'll just cast it. I told him I wanted to prepare. He's a strong guy. I don't look like too formidable against him. I don't think he'd have any. Did he say anything when I cast it?
Oh yeah. His perception was a 22, so yeah, he definitely notices that, and it's like, ah, you're one of those ones, eh? Try to get the little bit of advantage. Sure, I'll challenge you. If you have to
All
use
right.
an advantage.
Well, I think you've got a little advantage on me being so tall and strong.
Alright, so you can roll.
And strength. Oh yeah!
Oh, yeah.
Like that.
Strike's arm.
And
It's like a cartoon.
yeah, he beats you and says, even your magic is weak. Alright.
Stark he actually laughs at that and then goes back to his seat.
Enough games. I'm sure Corwin has had enough of this. And when you're looking at Corwin, you can tell he's irritated. He's made this like nice big meal, and you're all like arm wrestling and whatnot.
My apologies, but this isn't the last you'll hear of me, I swear.
So, you're off up to the loggers' camp, are you?
Yeah.
Well, all you gotta do is follow that road up to the north. It'll take you right there. It's a nice, safe road as well.
Easy traveling, is it?
So, tell me, how did you get here?
Just on foot with the ox.
Wow, through the forest.
Yeah, we just tried to strike a path through.
Did you find the trail?
Found something from Connieberry, but it didn't take us very far.
Oh,
It's hard
wait,
going.
You took the trail north? From Connieberry?
Yeah.
Okay, tell me, what did you see? And he has a bit of a smirk on his face.
There was a strange part of the woods which seemed almost like it was cursed, kind of dead, and there was a strange house that appeared to be made out of a tree. We didn't go in; we skirted round it.
Yes, the one made it into a woven bunch of branches, somewhat like an igloo.
Yeah, do you know whose home is that? What is it?
The one that resides there is a powerful banshee. Her name is Agatha. She's not one to be trifled with. Some say that she will answer questions in transfer of rewards, because I can't think of the words. Basically, if you give her something, she might answer any question for you. But if you were to ever threaten her or catch her on a bad day, it might not be wise to ever visit her.
Wonder if she would know. So she is not in league with these spellcasters then?
I do not know much of Agatha, and these are only stories that I've heard of.
So
Is
she
she
doesn't.
is she a witch?
You at all, does she?
She is a banshee, from what I hear.
Oh.
But she doesn't threaten you guys up here, does she?
No, she's never ventured this far, from what I know.
Okay.
Oh, we met another banshee when we went to the lighthouse with the altar of Talus.
Yes, but this banshee is much different. It's almost as if she can tell the future and the past. She knows much more and would know of your arrival.
Has she, I guess, harmed anybody in the area?
I've heard of people going there and never returning, yes.
Seems like if we were ever in a position where we were desperate for information, we could potentially seek her out.
Yes or die, whatever.
Do you know
Well,
anything about dragons?
Desperate.
I know little of dragons. There was once a green dragon near here.
Did you kill it?
No, I did not do anything with that.
Is it still in the area? Or is it gone now?
I heard it was banished many years ago.
Did they find its home where it resided at?
Yes, apparently it was residing in the town of Thunder Tree. Have you heard of it?
Oh, where's that?
Well, it's just to the east of Neverwinter. Right where the Neverwinter River pretty much comes out of where the Neverwinter Wood is. It's an old, ruined location.
I'll ask, say, whoever has the map, if you could show us on our map, that would be great.
Oh, of course, of course. And he kind of shows you the map. Where the hell is it? Damn it!
Have you lost the map?
Yeah, because I added maps and I gotta delete this map here. Hopefully this doesn't delete the one we're on, because if it does, I'll be okay. We're good. All right, so he kind of points on the map. He says that Thunder Tree is somewhere in this location, and he also refers to you guys. If you follow the road to the south, the ones that you guys kind of like started to get on, it actually comes out right around here, and it actually the trail is kind of really hard to find.
You pinging? Sorry, because I can't see.
Yeah, I didn't see anything either.
That's not.
Not seeing it?
My scroll is fucked up.
Yeah, it's taking a crap. I think Roll20's freaking out.
Yeah, I can't scroll either.
Oh, really?
I'm like half of my map loaded, and then it's cut off at the Mountain Toll Gold Mine.
Yeah, I can't snap to center, grab my token or anything.
So pretty much right where Strike is, like his token,
Okay.
right below that, there's that's where the path comes out. And he says that if you look for two crossed trees, it's kind of like the path is like kind of just behind those. So that's kind of like the marker of knowing how to access the path up to Falcon's hunting lodge.
Okay.
And that takes you to the town that the dragon resided in?
No, that's to the east of Neverwinter, like literally right to the east of it, right where the Neverwinter River comes out at the wood.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then obviously we know that dragons have like hordes of treasure out like in character. Do we know that or no?
Yeah, I'm gonna assume that you guys have heard that before, yeah?
So then I guess I would ask him, do you know if they've recovered the treasure from the dragon?
If they banished it, I assume so.
So you're saying there's a chance now?
There's always a chance.
Try.
I mean, if we're going to be out that way anyway, it's worth looking around, I guess.
Could give us information about how to defeat it.
And I know you were talking about how we traveled up here. We noticed you had a stable of horses. Would you be willing to part with some horses and saddles for some coin?
Of course. We have... How many do we have, Corwin? I think we have about 5, sir. Yes. Yes, we have about 5 horses. That'll be about 75 gold pieces each.
And we noticed one of them looked
Quite magnificent.
quite nice compared to the rest. How much would you charge for him?
That is my horse. That's Pretorius. Not for sale.
I'll say, I saw some of the horses out there. Some of them, some are in good condition, others aren't. Would you come down in price a little bit?
I give Strike the most horribly pointed look I can.
And he does look at you, Strike, and he is insulted. And he is just like, what? Those horses are the best of horses. Don't you insult me again.
I'll
see everybody else looking at me and going,
75 gold sounds good.
And I'll just see everybody's look and I'll say, maybe I just didn't see him close enough. We've been traveling for a while.
Rain says quickly, forgive Strike, he always asks for a discount. So thrifty.
Yes, well, for him it's bumped up to 100.
I just close my eyes like I have a major headache.
And the 75 would be the horse plus the saddle and the braiding.
Yeah, he'll give all that, the barding and all that.
Or barding, yeah.
I say, would you be willing to sell just a saddle?
And he kind of looks at you with the eyebrow raised, and then you can tell he ponders. He's like, "Oh right, you're a druid." I was confused for a second. Well, Corwin, do we have extra saddles? And Corwin's, yes, sir. I believe we have a few extras.
I quickly laugh and say, no, I think you misunderstand me. I have a spell scroll that I obtained which can create a horse. I would just need a saddle for it.
And he kind of looks at you. Interesting. Can I see it?
I fish the scroll out of my pack and hand it over.
Okay. And he takes it and he looks at, wow. Very interesting. I've never seen this before. Then he kind of hands it back to you. Cool.
All right.
I'll say,
go ahead.
I was just gonna say, so 325 for 4 horses. How much would you charge for an additional?
Wait, how many horses are you getting?
By 2. Because Rain has a scroll and I can get spell, so by 2.
So 3?
3.
Strike would need.
Oh, 3.
Do we need a horse to carry anything else, or I guess not?
I mean,
I guess that makes sense. Sorry.
Yep.
Sayana, you can't find Steve yet, though, can you?
No, I can't, but it's fine. We're not going to be able to use it in this forest anyway.
There's a path we're gonna take, so we'll be on horseback.
Yeah, then I'll
We can just still go at a walking pace.
Yeah.
We don't need to go at a gallop or trot for now.
That's fine. And then
But for 75 gold, you don't have to walk, and then we have a spare horse as well.
true.
I'd rather take my money though.
I'll pick up one then for you, because mine's gonna if mine's gone, it's gone.
Then I can ask him how much do you have extra feed that we could possibly purchase from you as well for the horses?
Oh, of course I do.
I think we'd probably look for about a week's worth of food.
So it's 5 copper pieces for 1 horse a day. So if you're looking for
10 day, I guess.
So that's 25 copper pieces.
2 silver.
2.5 silver.
2.5 silver.
2.5 silver for 1 horse. You're getting 4 horses.
No, that's for.
This one.
I'm not gonna buy a horse just because.
I'll get another horse.
So
it's
4
fine.
4 horses, correct?
Yep, 4 horses.
And
Four
one
horses.
saddle.
So 1 day is you want a week. So
Yeah,
1
a
day
10
is
day,
5
yeah.
copper pieces. So that would be 20.
2.5 silver.
Well, actually 7. So 7 times 5 is 35.
Sorry, I meant 2.5 gold, not 2.5 silver when I said how much it was. So 2 gold, 5 silver for all the feed for 5 horses.
I need a calculator. You guys
Yeah,
get me all
hold on.
confused.
It's just 5 times 5 times 10.
Well, you want a week in D&D world is like a 10 day, which is 10 days. So do you want just 5 days?
Is 5 horses times.
It's 5 copper.
4
Times
horses.
10.
How many
yeah.
days do you want feed for? Just tell me that. That a 10 days. So 10 days.
Yeah, 10 days, yeah.
Okay, so you have 10 day. You times that by 5 copper pieces and 4 horses.
Yes. 200
So 2 gold.
copper pieces. 2 gold.
Jedi, does my fine steed horse, which is a fey, actually need to eat?
I don't believe so.
I didn't think so.
I'll have to look into it.
So I'm gonna take my 77 gold out. I'll just pick up the feed, right? You said it was 2 gold,
2 gold for all
so
of it. Yeah.
I'll just get the feed. So I'll take 77 gold out of my
Okay.
for my horse and the feed.
And it's 10 pounds per. So
I imagine we'll distribute it between horses. So
horses will
it's
carry
about
that.
2,000 pounds worth of feed is what you're taking.
What is it?
Shit.
400 pounds for each horse or something?
Yeah, it sounds about right.
Like 460 or something? Let me see.
2,000.
Grass.
They can.
No.
Your horses can hold 480. 480
Okay.
pounds. So they'll be maxed pretty much.
Is that not including the rider?
Yeah, it would be including the rider as well.
Oh shit.
All the rider's stuff.
I'm more
And
than
all
80.
the rider stuff. So you
I mean,
can't-
we can put some of the feed on the cart for now.
Yeah, that's
And
true.
then we could also lower it to 5 if we wanted to. Just do 5 days.
Yes.
5 days
we
should
can-
get us back to.
Yeah.
Okay,
so-
we'll do 5
I'll
days,
give
so
you-
1 gold.
I'll give you 1 gold. Yep,
Okay.
that's
And
fine.
can we forage for horse food? Or maybe tall grass, or I don't know how that works.
It's a little different, and yes, but you can forage. Keep in mind that rain can only do it for your party, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got you. All right.
All right. So we've got 5 days worth of feed.
Now,
I'll give him 175 for my horse and strikes.
okay. All right, and the rest of you have adjusted your gold already.
How much is the saddle?
What kind of saddle do you want? They have a military saddle, which is what I'm assuming you want.
Yes. Yeah.
With 20 gold pieces.
Okay, so that would be 95 for me.
Correct. Okay, are we all good?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'll just I'll thank him for doing business with us and
He
getting us some
appreciates.
horses.
Yep, he appreciates the business for sure. And as
I'll
the
like.
night,
I was going to ask if he wanted to see me cast the magic horse.
and he says, "Yes, well, sure, why not?" And you want to do it tonight?
Sure, why not? Better go outside though.
Yes, I agree. I don't think Corwin would like that very much. As you can tell, he doesn't really care.
should we eat before we go outside?
You guys are
imagine
just you guys are finished.
Yeah, we've been eating and talking.
Yeah.
And has the stable boy hasn't talked at all yet.
He hasn't said a word.
I'll just turn to him and ask him what he does here at the lodge.
And he kind of looks at you, and then looks at Corwin. And Corwin just looks at you, Bear, and says, "Unfortunately, Pell is mute, and he cannot speak."
I'm sorry to hear that. Is he keeps himself busy around here then?
He does. He tends to all the animals and all that. He's very, very good with them.
That's good. Is he, how did he become mute, or has it just been a thing his whole life, or?
When one of the nobles were here one day, they just left him. We couldn't just not care for him, so we did. And he's actually come quite useful around the farm.
Is he noble himself?
I believe he is, but there's no way of knowing that.
I'll turn to him and ask, do you have a scroll of pedigree?
And he just kind of looks at you and shakes his head. As in,
if we have a map, could he tell us? I'll ask him if he could tell us where he's from. If he could point to it.
Corwin kind of pipes up. He was very, very young when he was first brought here. He would have no way of knowing that.
I mean, does he remember any of the... if it was warm or cold, or...
So as you're asking him these questions, he kind of just... you could tell his eyes almost start to water as he starts to look at his food. And you can tell he knows nothing.
And I'll apologize to him for bringing all this up, and we'll leave you be.
And he kind of just grabs his plate and he starts cleaning up the table and starts bringing things into the kitchen.
Excuse me.
So you gonna go outside and show the fine steed, basically?
Oh,
Okay.
let's do it.
We'll ask Rain if she wants to be by herself, or if she wants company.
No, come on out. It'll be fun.
All right.
I don't know, it sounds romantic.
I know. It's going to be a white horse.
I stay inside and help him clear up stuff.
And Corwin super appreciates that. As him and Pell are clearing the table.
And I'll just say quietly to him, you know, menial tasks are not beneath a noble, and kind of give him a wink.
Okay. And are you coming outside too, Rain? Or are you gonna cast it right on the dinner table?
No, I'm still on the main map. You switch back.
Oh, what? Everyone else sees Falcon's hunting lodge, correct?
No, I'm on the main map.
Yeah, we're on the main map.
What? Sienna, what do you see? I see you move.
So I was on this map. Then all of a sudden it went white and I couldn't see anything. So I refreshed and now I'm back on the main map.
Try refreshing,
Okay.
everybody.
I'll
Yeah.
refresh.
Yep.
Refreshing.
We've literally been on the Falcon's hunting lodge this whole time.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
The only time I briefly went back to the Sword Coast was when I was just showing you.
Okay, here we are. No, I'm back in the lodge now.
Weird.
Yep. Let me.
Well, to the stream it looked good at least. You're all like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I've been staring at woods the whole time.
Go
Well, at least
through
the theater of mind wasn't totally shit, so you knew what was going on. Alright, so you're gonna cast a steed?
I am.
And he just looks at you with fascination as you're doing this. And you do cast your steed, and it's quite magnificent.
Does it look better than his horse?
It does not look better than his horse.
Ah, damn it.
I'm sorry, I'm not trying to one up his horse.
Yeah.
That's not the point here. So I'll approach it and snuzzle it and talk to it in Elvish.
Okay. And yeah, this horse clearly is bonded to you.
Name is Bella.
Should I leave it? Oh.
I have to add that to there. All right. Okay, so with all that kind of wrapping up, he says, "Well, I suggest that you all get some sleep. You have a big day getting your way to Logger's camp. The road can be dangerous." And he starts to head back up to his room.
I'm gonna like nudge Rain and point after him.
Do what?
Just gonna nudge Rain and point towards him, and then just start walking to the quarters.
Rain leads her horse to the stable.
Okay.
After I'm done clearing up, I'd go to Corbin and ask which horse would be mine.
You can have your pick in the morning. And they're all fairly similar, but some are a little different than others.
I would want to go up to one of them tonight and just talk to it, just start to build a bond with it.
Sure. Sounds good. It just doesn't matter. You can pick whichever one you want. He'll let you pick in the morning anyways.
I'll just go with the first one.
So Strike and Falcon head to bed. The rest of you head to bed. You guys hear Pell and Corwin kind of wrapping things up. Theron, you notice that they both walk into this building beside you, and you kind of hear them walking up some stairs, and they both seem to go to bed as well. And Theron, you eventually head to bed as well.
Yeah, after about 5-10 minutes, then I'll head over to bed.
Okay. So you guys wake up in the morning. Corwin and Pell are kind of tending to the animals, and then Corwin makes you guys a breakfast. And you guys actually don't see Falcon come out of his room. Strike, you're pretty sure that he's been in there the whole time, but as you guys wake up in the morning, Corwin and Pell kind of make you guys a nice breakfast, and they say, I assume you're on your way then.
I
Yes,
say, is Falcon not your late riser?
He does like to sleep in, but God only knows what he's doing. I try not to bug him too often.
Yes, I say best not to bother him, but do give him our greatest thanks for his hospitality.
I will for sure. On your way back down, I suggest you stop by again.
I've been looking disappointed, but she perks up at that.
May I ask what it is Falcon does?
Falcon is a bit of a jack of all trades, to be honest. He's quite the fierce hunter. He had a different name once, but he was given the name Falcon, as he's just such an excellent hunter.
So, do you get many, caravans or something coming through here to trade with you?
Yes, for the most part, nobles come down here, and he guides them, takes them hunting, teaches them things. That's how we stay alive and about around here. They pay a lot of money to come and see Falcon. He's quite noble. And if that's all, I suggest you get on your way. You have a long day's travel.
Yes, thank you for the meals and the hospitality.
Alright. So I'm going to the Sword Coast now. Hopefully you guys can see that.
Yep.
We're on our horses.
Yeah, you all have your horses now. Just getting things set up here. Okay. So, you guys travel on this road, and it does kind of stays close to the river at one point, then it just branches off, and you guys do manage to kind of make your way to this camp without any issues. It's quite a nice day, and you get there. It's starting to get a little later, but you guys still got much of the day ahead of you. And you notice like this logging camp kind of spreads out along the south shore of the river, where a dozen tents are arranged on a sandy beach. Near a dock stands a cabin with logs stacked under an awning. Older cabins close to that area looks like they've been torn down and leave only what looks like stone chimneys and foundations. And you notice like a grim silence hangs over the camp, and you see no one around. And this
Yeah, that easy, is it?
is what you guys see. Let me know if you guys have any issues loading.
Still loading.
Okay, I'm in.
There I am.
Y'all good?
Yeah.
Our wagon there, or wagon.
I don't see anybody
Yes,
else's
you know,
token though.
You brought the wagon with it.
Here we are. Let's see the tokens now.
Why is it so bad? Oh my god, why is it so bad?
I think just Roll20 itself is having issues.
Be everybody's playing.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so yeah, you guys notice kind of like to the north, you see definitely what looks like this pretty massive river. It flows quite heavily. All right, so Strike. As you start to walk forward, and you like got this like eerie feeling that something's wrong because you hear nothing, you see nothing, and all of a sudden, Strike, the ground starts to shake underneath you. And with that, we're gonna end this session.
Oh my god.
All right.
What I feel
Damn it, we're not going to get paid.
We're alive! This is our big takeaway point from this
Yeah,
session.
exactly. All right. Thanks everyone for checking out the stream. We'll be back next week. Take care.